Opportunity there, umpire. He's going to have another ball up. Centre wing, member side of the ground.
Well, it's a hot ball. Rye are doing everything right at the moment. They're just up against this strong wind. They're trying to get it down past their forward 50 mark.
They certainly do, McGowan. Another little tap out there, but goes the way of Drew, but he can't pick it up for Devon Meadows. They can break out now, and he does exactly that. Strong man was Drew. Top of the 50 they go. Going back to the fly, the ball, and that looks like another good mark. That looks like, no, it wasn't Jennings, it's Richards. Goes to the outer side, switches play there for Rye. Looking out there for Head. He picks him up on the left foot, kicks an underground pass. That doesn't help anybody at all. But Rye good enough to pick it up. Little handball over the top and comes out to Barber. What can he do with it? They try and run the ball out. Back to McGowan now. What they want to do now is get it long. They try and do that. Look at the wind hold that up. Straight down. No one can take the mark. So the umpire tells them to play on once again. It's on the outer side of the ground. Big crowd there. Handball came out by Hillis of Devon Meadows. Umpire still lets them play. The ball's still just pinging around there and amongst a big pack of players. Can they get it out? Another good tackle laid out there. That was Hughes of Rye. The umpire's letting them play, which is great to see.
It is good to see. Let them sort it out between themselves.
Certainly do. Rice get very close to that forward 50 now, just going out of bounds. About 50 metres out.
As you mentioned, Tommy Hughes, who was also very good for Rye last week. We'll keep an eye on him.
So throw in. Opportunity here for Rye to bottle it in to compress the ground. So they're going to try and keep it inside their forward 50. Rucks go at it. Ball falls a bit short, so it just hits the deck. Nobody can get it out. Rye got a little handball out there now. Nice little quick kick on the right foot to Ryan. Goes to the forward 50 or a near 10-yard square, but there's no one there for Rye. So big long kick comes out to the member side of the ground. It was spoilt there by Hampton of Rye. Close to the boundary line. He wouldn't mind seeing it go over, and it does that. It's going to be a ball in centre wing.
The target for Devon Meadows there was Lockie Batten, who's just a new recruit, come over from Doveton.
Yeah, played in the premiership side there in 2019 for Doveton, Division 1, over there at the AFL Outer East.
He come off with an injury last week, so good to see him back in the team this week.
Yeah, they had a good side there. They came from about fourth spot too, so played well. A little tap out there. McGowan doing quite nicely. This bloke's had a bit of it already. There was Matty Hill of Rye. Quick kick come out of the pack there by Head. Goes to centre half forward. It was brought out there by Captain of Rye. Goes back into the centre ground. Here, that sticky-looking cricket pitch. Nicely picked up. Dodges one way, dodges the other. Handballs out there, team up by Hughes. And along the ground once again, these blokes like keeping the ball down low. Picked up there on the other side by Hellier. Oh, Devon Meadows under a lot of pressure. Picked up there. Opportunity for Jennings. What's he done with it? Everyone's calling for a free kick, as you can hear. But it's gone out of bounds forward pocket. We're going just over 5 minutes, nearly 6 now. It's Devon Meadows, 1 goal straight. Rye, are you at the score? Lights are coming on cars as well. They don't have to put their lights on. We've got brand new lights here at Rye, they say. Turn them off. Comes out the back of the pack. Plenty of players there on the left foot that look like Allen. And it's bounced once and twice, but it's gone through for a minor score. Rye's first score is a behind. A trail. Devon Meadows, 1 goal straight, 6. And that's now gone 6 minutes. And that is on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard.
What a fine job you're doing, Leo. You're
making it up as I go.
Oh, mate, beautiful.
Long kick out there. I don't like that new rule. You can come out 15 metres. You can see the ball at the centre. Nicely picked up there by Barber. Can he get out to a teammate? No. He's tackled well there by Pasquale. And it's going to be another bounce in the centre of the ground. Good to see young ladies umpiring the game of footy too, Glenn.
Absolutely. Doing a fine job so far.
Absolutely. Up she goes once again. The two ruckmen just tussle it there over the back of the head. Went McGowan once again. Likes tapping it over his head, doesn't he? There's a whistle on play. Kicking in danger.
Correct decision. I think that was kicking in danger.
You've got to protect the body these days. We can't afford anyone getting hurt. So the free kick going away of Campbell Robbins of a Rye. Short pass, good licking pass and a good lead. And off they go once again. This guy's been nice and lively as well.
It was on our Live and Loose show this morning. Did a fine job.
Oh, he goes on. Left foot, sort of kicked it straight. The man who's coming straight at him does Hughes. Picks it up there. Gets a little handball out now. Can they get through here? Robbins, another little handball. Maybe doing it too much. His head does another handball. No, it's marked now. It's been a kick.
Yeah, Tieran Head, experienced campaigner. Lowered his eyes.
I'm not sure if he can make the distance though, Glenn. It's a big, big kick into the breeze. This is Zach Jennings with it. And he's going back a long way. Got the long sleeves on. Don't see that too often either. I've got 3 layers on myself, Glenn.
You're not the only one.
Well, geez, I just thought you were a big dude. Here we go. 50 metres out. Puts it long and low and hard. It's a good-looking kick, penetrating kick. Is there a mark in the goal square? No. Devon Meadows can repel that. Oh, quick kick out of the pack. And luck's a fortune. And they have taken a mark there about 35 metres out, and that's Matty McIndoe. And that little bit of breeze just refreshes the nostrils a bit, Glenn.
Yeah, it does it ever. Here comes Matty McIndoe on his left foot, and well, That's got to be one of the most interesting kicks I've ever seen.
I got a golf swing like that.
It looked like it was going out on the full. The wind picked it up, and it almost made it to the finish line.
Well, nearly did too. Two behinds are right at the 8-minute mark.
That's the idea.
And they trailed Devon Meadows 1 goal straight. But that did have an interesting little bend on it, didn't it?
Taryn had nearly got hold of it there. But that wind's going to play havoc tonight.
Certainly is. Does nothing for our hair, Glenn. I'll tell you that right now. We're getting a bit watered in here too.
We've got Mick O'Rourke, the president, just on my shoulder here. He's got a big smile on his face.
Has he got an umbrella? Well, he hasn't got it. They get out the centre again. Nice quick kick out of the back there by Hillis of Devon Meadows, and it goes out of bounds in the forward pocket right in front of the scoreboard.
We might get Mick to join us at quarter time and give us a bit of an update on tonight. Happy with that?
We need a big windscreen here, Mick. That's what we just want, a big windscreen with wipers on it. The wind always blows the wrong way, Glenn. Doesn't matter where you go. Nick, our tech over here, he's getting satched as well. Hope doesn't get electrocuted. Throw in. Look, the ball's going back towards. No one can get to it. Nearly went back towards the goal square. Almost picked up there by McLeod of Devon Meadows, but it's beaten him and everybody else and it's gone out of bounds.
I've actually got my eye on that light tower at the moment, Leo. That's swinging.
Have a look at it.
We're going to put it to the test tonight.
Okay. I'm just going to put all this electrical stuff out. I don't want to get zapped. The throwing has taken place. Everybody just put stacks in, and this range is coming in horizontal.
What a night to make your debut with GameFace, Leo.
Yeah, and final appearance as well. All in one go. Up she goes. We don't get this up in the mountains. We get snow. It's not so bad. Quick kick comes out of the pack. There's a lot of players, all bar about 6 of them down there in that forward 50 for Devon Meadows. Little quick kick. No, it went nowhere. And that was done by Hillis. And that is Rory. Hillis comes back out of the pack. They're just playing tunnel ball with it at the moment. Can anybody pick it up? Off the ground went Richards of Rye. But it went nowhere. Goes straight back to 30 metres out or dropping the mark.
Joel
Hillis. Joel. Umpire lets him play on. Get it. Oh, slipped out of the hands of a Rye player there. Couldn't get a kick at all. Very, very small kick there. Fighting on the ground there for Devon Meadows was Berry. Spills out now to the no-haired man there. Getting tackled. The floor might have been a bit high on Hillis, but umpire said it's all right.
Got a bit of argy-bargy on the half-forward flank with a couple of players. But
yeah, just a bit of introductions going on there. Right in front of the pavilion. Here we go. The crowd are getting into it as well.
Up they go. Are getting involved.
No one can get the tap out. Nice little spin and turn. Can they get a quick kick? They do through Joel Hillis. Went not too far because it's very, very slippery indeed. Two right players try and fight for it themselves. Barber ended up with it. Got tackled immediately by Joel Hillis.
Joel Hillis, Leo, number 3 with the headgear on for Devon Meadows, was the leading disposal getter and Premier Data point getter for Devon Meadows, absolute star. They'll need to pay close attention to him tonight.
Nice tap out, Lyndon Curtis of Rye, but it went straight up and straight down and no one can get away with it. The umpire's going to have to ball it up again. We've been going now, 11 minutes in the first quarter. It's still 1 goal straight. Devon Meadows 2 behinds Rye. Wouldn't be too unhappy with that, I don't think, Glenn, Rye?
No, they'd be, actually... Big punch.
Big punch out of the ruck there. Good smother there and secondary opportunity now. Oh, got a very quick toe poke to that. We believe that's Boland in the number 24 for Devon Meadows. Great tackle late. Don't give it away, son. You did quite nicely. That's Jared Richards. And the free kick in the back pocket to right.
Trying to do a bit too much there.
Yeah, can't do it. Everyone wants to kick a goal. We all know what that's like. So Richards. Long kick right in front of the broadcast situation here in the pavilion at Rye. Well, luckily we're under a little bit of cover. Umpire calls him to play on. A little handball throw if you like. And the ball just spills out right in front of the...
It came off his boot, so it's out on the full.
Oh, did it? I couldn't see it. We've got the fence in front of us.
Two other games on tonight. Crib taking on Pearsdale. They've got the jump, 26 plays 10. And Mornington and Seaford are yet to start. Okay,
short kick, spoil, out of bounds. Good spoil laid there too by Aaron Johns. You didn't tell me it was going to rain, Glenn.
Wasn't on the run sheet.
Nick the Tech is almost in the pavilion.
Nick George Costanza, we call him. He can deal with anything. Just show some faith, we'll be right.
Here we go. Throw in. Forward flank for Devon Meadows. Goes down to the ground. Who can pick it up? Nobody can. Running over the ball there for Devon Meadows. That was Thorpe. Umpire lets him play on. Can they pick it up? Well, everyone just ran around now. Nice little handball and pick out there by Garner. Umpire lets him go once again. Centre wing. Throw out of the pack. That's good enough. Is that in the back? I think it is. In the back. High. Take your pick. And not too happy about that. Umpire calling the play on. It's against Whitty. Let him go now. Long kick into the full forward area by Johns of Devon Meadows. Nice ball out there at the back of the pack by Strickland. Goes to the scoreboard side there and it's gone out of bounds once again.
So did you get to have a look around the club before you sat down and put the cans on, Leo?
I drove around the ground because I had to get a parking spot. That's how big the crowd is here, Glenn. I can't remember where I parked. It's like AFL Park. Long kick out of the pack that time. They clear the ball well through. Hampton do Rye. Goes close to the boundary line once again. Richards out there, but it's gone out of bounds. They're quite happy with that. Yeah, no, it's a fantastic facility. I've walked around here quite. We used to have a little house just up there, right near the Peninsula Pantry, in actual fact. And used to come down this way for a bit of a trot.
One of my favourite venues.
Yeah, I used to have a little house right next door to that. Now I live in Dramana, which is beautiful. Sun shining, 25 degrees there, I believe, at this very moment. A little quick, I could be lying as well. Short kick, and the mark's been paid. That looks like Baumgartner. Goes on straight away. Oh, that could have been in the back. Umpire let it go. Right, got to pick the footy up if you can, but it's going to be very, very slippery indeed. Oh, there's a little kick over the back, over the head. That hasn't gone far enough. It's been slipped out there by Farish. They are just playing stacks on the mill at the moment. I can't even say who's got it at the moment. In fact, the Barron umpire's got it because it's gone out of bounds. 14 gone. Still 1 goal, Devon Meadows to 2 behinds Rye. And of course, that is on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard throw in. Big Win's just going to drop it short once again. That could have been in the back, is it? What's the umpire going to do here? I don't know how he got that free kick, seeing it was behind there. Curtis, he's very lucky, I believe. Umpire said it's all right. Handball to his teammate and Strickland, who went straight out the outer side of the ground. Umpire's going to let him go. Was that in the back? No, umpire missed that as well. A lot of players around the football. I can't blame him for that. Oh, just a bit careful. Watch the head there, guys. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit of a sling tackle, and the ball's just gone flinging out.
There's a bit going on out there, Leo.
I love it. It's not as sterile as AFL, is it? I call that the Ultimate Football League, by the way. Had some interesting games there as well, haven't we, over the last few days. Yeah. That ball's just dropped behind the Rovers, who were standing there facing the ruckman. Quite hilarious, that. And it's going to be another free kick. This time it's going to go the way of Rye again. To put the binocs on that. And it's going to go... I think that could be... Is that Shaw out there? I'll soon find out. It is indeed. On the right foot. Long. Centre wing. Nice looking kick into the bruise it was too. Let's hope this dies down in a little while. Nice kick out of the pack there by Whitty. They go further forward, but still that centre wing as that wind really is holding up the football. No one can get away. A little handball over the top there by D'Agostino of Devon Meadows. Another little handball. They can only just move it little bits at a time, can't they? Because it's a very, very fumbly game. Kick and hope. Goes in that forward pocket once again. Can they pick it up this time? This looks like Kiss once more. He is the only goal kicker on the park at the moment. Oh, don't try and do too much, son. Lucky to get away with that. Rye, we've got a lot of numbers now. Picked up there, and a little check side kick. Coming out of the pack was Whitty once again. And it has gone to Devon Meadows. Yes, Glenn.
I'm just wondering if both coaches have the same KPI on the whiteboard before the game, and that is win the tackle count.
I think that's what it's going to be, and you can't help but tackle on a day like today. The ball's going to hit the ground so many times. And you have a look at the football ground now. You can play 3 games on this ground at the moment because there's space all over the place. Really compressing the ground here. Devon Meadows are going to try and keep this football in their side there, forward 50. So throwing in front of the score, but once again that ball will drop short. Nice little tap out this time, and that was by McLeod of Devon Meadows. Goes in that forward. Oh, that could have been high. The umpire's probably just blindsided there. We get a better view up high. And you can actually umpire better from up here as well, and that could be holding the ball just sitting over the top of it.
Speaking of umpiring, if you're looking to keep fit,
great way to
get involved. We're looking for umpires, so contact the Southern Umpires Association, and they'll be more than happy to give you a run.
Yeah, every league, in actual fact, Glenn, are hollering for umpires at the moment. The COVID year off has seen umpires find other things like jobs and part-time hobbies as well, and they've given the umpiring away, which is a shame, but it's a great way to keep fit. You're absolutely right, and wherever you live, there's going to be a league you can certainly help the umpires out, and without them, we haven't got a game. So, centre wing.
So, in case you missed it, Langwarren took on Somerville and beat them today, the two of the favourites in the comp.
Okay, so I think you're over there as well, Danny Lonergan, who's going to be over here and later on this afternoon, this evening.
Great call, the boys. It was Dan Lonergan joined by Chris Holcomb and Tony Blackwood. It was good to have the old team back together. They did a fine job.
So ball up. They're on the half-forward line for Devon Meadows. They're kicking to the township end here at Rye. Nobody can break the pack once again. Good tackle laid there by Joel Hillis of Devon Meadows. I keep wanting to call somebody else, another team wears the same sort of colours up in our way as well. Good mark, that should be paid. It could be McIndoe once more. Warwick on the outer wing. It is indeed. He's going back a long, long way. Umpire says you've got to play on. He's got a good left leg. Look at that ball, it just goes up. He has a nasty little slice on it as well. just been thrown out of the pack. Umpire just lets him go. Oh, it's just so slippery.
Yep.
McIndoe on the left leg once again. I don't think you need to do too many handballs, and the wind's taken that.
It's on the full, that one.
And he's got a nasty slice, hasn't he? That's the big cross bruise. I'm just looking at the flag, but he's wrapped around the flagpole at the moment.
Has it scared anyone off yet? I think everyone's hoping that there's a chance it'll clear up.
Oh, well, it will by Wednesday. Back out
Oh,
the centre.
they all
big
fly.
back. Oh, that would have been an absolute beauty. We need a goal or mark of the day as well.
The problem is when they fly like that, someone's always at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah,
Leo.
and they get squished.
They get about 8 sets of knees in the back of their head.
That's lovely, isn't it? Up she goes once again. Tapped out there by Rye once more. Nice little spin out the pack there by D'Agostino. Puts it into the forward 50. Nobody can take the mark opportunity here. Handball came out by Baumgartner. And nice little dribbly kick into the goals. And it's gone through for another goal to Devon Meadows. And we'll pick up who kicked that in a little while. Keep your eye on it, Glenn.
6.
It was 6 again. That's Kiss again, isn't it? I think it is. He's kicked 2.
So Rye will be disappointed in that. They had numbers back, but unfortunately one slipped over the back and they were out, Devon.
That's nothing worse right in red time as well. We've gone, 19 minutes into this quarter, so not long to go. And let a goal slip there. But nice little spin out, nice little handball into the digital little player is Kiss. Could be the kiss of death, Glenn. Up she goes.
Boom,
once
boom.
again. Boom, boom. We need a boom, don't we? Oh, that could have been a free kick. Umpires let that go too. Fletcher a bit unlucky there for Devon Meadows. Gets shoved in the backside. Umpire said that's all right. Play it on. Can Roy get it up to the other end? Oh, he's dragged that ball underneath him. Umpire's going to let it go. And ball it up.
Today's major sponsor is Growth Syndicates Australia, with thanks to them to make all this possible.
They certainly do. Ball up once more, little tap out there, and right, they desperately want to keep that ball up that end of the ground, closing in on quarter time, and it does look like it's going to be clearing up for a short time. Lights are starting to take a little bit of an effect. Umpire just forward to centre for Rye. A lot of players around the football once again. Nice little tap out. They're doing it quite nicely. That was McGowan of Rye. Can't find a teammate. Umpire just lets him play on. In the back, no. Umpire lets him go. And another good tackle there. But nothing there. That was by Brody Shaw. And it's going to be another ball up. We're going to have a lot of stoppages, I think, Glenn.
Yeah, I think that Rye's going to walk off the winner at this stage with that win, but it does seem to have dropped a little bit.
Well, they dragged the ball underneath. The umpire's just letting that happen at the moment. I'm sure they're going to be pinging for it sooner or later.
I think the whistles have to come out.
Right, they do. They just want to keep this game moving, so you can just play a few of those free kicks, they'll stop doing it. And we're just getting onto that little old sticky cricket wicket. Right, the umpire takes the ball away from that. They usually do, and they do.
Well, if conditions weren't bad enough, now the sun's going to start playing havoc.
Well, don't complain about the sun. Glenn, goodness gracious me. There it is now on the football on the ground once again. Never happy.
Sean Connell, who runs the league's more interested in the rainbow going over the top of the light tower. I'll take a picture of it for you, Sean.
All right, just for the centre once again. Nice little tap out. Quick kick come out of the pack there. It was nicely done by Robbins of Rye. Goes up, goes down. No one can take the mark. They dive on it, set in the back. Just pay it. That's it. Get it out of there.
There's the first one. It's out of the way. Do you reckon the whistle's out now?
No, just get it out there, Garner. We're in the... No, he's giving it to McIndoe.
He's been busy.
He has indeed. Goes over everybody's head. Here's an opportunity close in on quarter time. Can Roy get another opportunity to kick the goal? Handball long on the outer side there. It was by Rowson rather, into that forward pocket. Nobody can pick it up. Got to get the binocs out because it's a long way down here. And it's dribbled out of bounds for a throw in.
Oh, it's an absolute coach breaker if they kick one against the wind in the dying minutes.
Well, I would like to see it happen, I suppose.
Well, they've worked hard for it.
They deserve it. So here we go. Throw in. Probably the last opportunity before quarter time. Nicely tapped out. Here's an opportunity.
Oh, very nice. Great goal.
Great tap out there. And that was Jared Richards who puts it through.
That was very clever ruck work. Devon wanted to wake up to it.
Great goal there. And that is right on the, I think just over the 20-minute mark. They're 1-2-8. Rye, they trail Devon Meadows 2 goals straight. And, of course, that's on the Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard. And you call it there, Glenn. They will be very happy. Coach Maker, Coach Baker, take your pick.
Adam Kirkwood's still not happy. He's rubbing his forehead as they do.
Many coaches ever happy though, mate? Not too many.
I think there could be a couple down at Lloyd Park today that are happy, and I know that one in particular, and that's Luke Forsyth, who's the new coach at Kooringal, who coached his team to their first win today. Kooringal 84 got over Chelsea 52.
Good win. The conditions like this, it's you get a good break and it's going to be really, really tough to fight back. But this is pretty even. In fact, you would probably give the quarter to Rye after that goal. And what are we, 23 minutes gone. Could be a few more minutes, seeing we've had quite a few stoppages. And what Rye need to do now is keep that footy out of the Devon Meadows forward line. Big crowd here today watching Rye because these new lights coming up, looking fantastic as well. Up they go, the ball. Oh, nice little tap out that time. Probably one more by Batten of Devon Meadows. It's right in that sand pit in the middle of the ground. A step over toe hold there by Baumgartner. The umpire says that's good, but I'm going to ball it up. Just takes it out of that cricket pitch area, which is good to see. Up they go once again. There's a free kick in the ruck. I don't know how they picked that out, but they do. And the free kick going there is up McGowan. It's going to. It is. And you've got to get out of the area. You've got to stand. You're playing that standing still rule too, which, I don't know, reminds me of junior footy. Nobody can take the mark. Going in there that time for Rye was Garner. He couldn't pick it up. There's a lot of players on the ground. Can they kick it off the ground? They can't. Working hard also there is Hellier of Devon Meadows. Little handball over the top. Off the ground. Oh, that just didn't go out on the fall. It was very, very lucky. It came off a Batten's foot. Lucky Batten, very lucky. You probably count that kick too.
Well, I was waiting for the deliberate rule, which I hope they don't pay today. But
yeah, some of those in the AFL are interesting, aren't they? The boundary umpire's coming a long way. That's good to see. So the ball gets inside the centre corridor. Don't go out so far. Trying to take it out of the ruck, but couldn't do so for Rye. Or was McGowan. The umpire lets him play on. There's just an absolute dogfight in there at the moment. Can they get it out? A little quick kick came out of the pack by Matthew Hill. Goes to centre half forward. Is there a mark in the pack? It's very good. The umpire said no. Geez, I thought he had that.
So did he.
And it might have been touched off the boot.
Matthew Hill, the leading disposal getter for Rye last week, 139 Premier Data points with 30 disposals, 21 kicks and 9 handballs.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Little kick off the ground once again by Hill. And that mark, which wasn't paid, should have gone to McConnell. But the umpire said it might have been touched off the boot. We've got a towel there somewhere, mate. I'm going to have to... this is the second shower I've had today. We're going to be throwing it in once more.
Well, I'm sure Mick or someone can help us
there's
out.
One around, lying around somewhere. Throw in. Once again, getting close. Quarter time, they're taking it out of the ruck and getting tackled straight away. McGowan, is that a prior opportunity? Umpire said, no, we're not playing that this year. We'll play another game. Why do we change it every year? I've got no idea what's going on. Back in the centre half forward position. There we go. We'll put that there, eh? That's a nice towel. Might take that one home. Centre half forward. What have we done? 25, nearly 26 minutes gone. Quarter number one. Umpire throws it up once again. A lot of players around the ball. No one can get a clear tap out there. Oh, that could be in the back. Just pay it. No, she put the whistle to the mouth and didn't blow it. And now we're going to have another ball up.
Right. I'd love to see the stoppage count.
A lot. Umpire, who's in the ruck? Put your hands up. That's the way. Just throw the damn thing up. Up she goes once again. McGowan, nice little tap out opportunity there, but running over the football was Whitty of Rye. Little handball comes out now. Here's an opportunity. Can we pick it up? Says Rye. No, we can't. Just fumbling it along the ground. It's gone out of bounds about 35 metres around from the behind post. Of course, Rye kicking up to the St Andrews end.
Rye's got all the numbers at the moment. They're first to the ball.
Yep. They're doing a good job. Interesting to see how they go at half time. You can't get a real gauge on this game until both sides have been with the wind. So throw in once again. No one can get the tap out. It goes straight through everybody. A little opportunity now. No, everyone just stacked on the pack once more. It was Saunders there of Devon Meadows sitting on his opponent. Handball comes out the pack. Nice little handball once more by Rowson. They want to move forward, but the siren goes. It is quarter time here at Rye, and at quarter time we see Devon Meadows 2 goals straight, 12. They lead Rye 1-2-8 on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard, Glenn.
Nick's going to let us go to a break, so
Good.
then you can be joined by an expert commentator instead of a Humphrey Bear like me who doesn't know what he's doing in Dan Lonigan. So why don't we get you wiped down and cleaned off?
I'll dry myself up and do my hair.
Maybe something warm to drink, and Nick, you take us through to a break.
Welcome to the 2021 edition of the GameFace Record app. jam-packed with the newest features to help you get the best information for your club and competition this 2021 footy season. New users will now be prompted to sign up via Facebook or email to help out with our new interactive features. Here you'll be prompted to select which team you follow for one of the leagues that GameFace provides its coverage to. You'll be notified for updates exclusive to that team that you follow. More teams can be followed once you're in the app. Some other exciting features include the new social media capabilities. The newsfeed from our designated Facebook groups is now synchronised through Facebook, so you can now get the league's latest news right through our app. GameFace is now also introducing GameFace TV alongside the new update. Here, you'll be able to watch GameFace Match of the Days, interviews, and other video content that we provide, all in an easy-to-access newsfeed. Live scoring makes a return, with the latest up-to-date scores on game day for each match being played delivered straight to your phone, right in the change rooms after the game. You can now also view stats in more detail, such as best players of the round, the ladder, team lists, as well as leading goal scorers for the division. Our club pages have been reworked, now with more of a one-stop shop for vital information. Here you can view dedicated content for your club, such as purchasing merchandise, memberships, and much more. We're ready to tackle this footy season, so make sure you download the brand new GameFace digital record app.
Get your GameFace on.
Hi everyone, it's Tim from Growth Syndicates Australia and we're financial transformation specialists. Our clients are eliminating their mortgage in a much shorter period of time, creating more wealth and boosting their super. This is all done without impacting their lifestyle. Sounds amazing? Well, let me explain a little bit about the GSA Advantage. With clients all around Australia and a head office located in Elsternwick, our team of very experienced professionals enable unique and exclusive property investment opportunities through wholesale investing for clients to achieve specific outcomes. Our current projects are located in Brighton, Malvern East, Kew, Glen Iris and Mont Albert North. Everyone's busy and that's a fact. But did you know for every day you have a mortgage and underperforming investments or superannuation, you're missing out on $350 every day. It all starts with a friendly phone discussion to then arrange a meeting to provide you with a clear picture on what GSA achieves for our clients, and with no charge or obligation, see where these results can apply to you. So check us out at growthsyndicatesaustralia.com. Give us a call on 1300 205 556. I'd love to have a catch-up coffee with you at your place or our office. See where GSA can improve your financial position.
So we're going to do live and loose from the Mexican night.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for everyone on the stage tonight.
What an outstanding tournament it's been, Paul Wilson.
Unbelievable. Well, welcome back to Rolly Reserve, where we've seen one quarter of football where we've had a little bit of everything weather-wise, Leo.
We have indeed.
We've got Rye, good Mick. We've got Rye, who are 1-2-8, leading Devon Meadows 2 straight goals. Devon Meadows had a strong win.
They did. I think Devon Meadows are winning, not Rye.
Well, I would beg to differ because I think that Rye would have walked off the field feeling the winners after that first quarter.
I think you had to score the other way around. That was the thing.
Did I?
Yeah.
1-2 Rye. 1 goal, 2.
That's right.
8 points. Did I say the other way around?
You might have.
Right, okay.
Jeez, I hope you did.
Sorry to confuse everyone. Well, the players are all set and ready to go.
Yeah.
We'll do. And Dan Lonigan's just about to walk in and join you.
Fantastic.
So he knows a thing or two more than me about those players. And,
Me too.
Here he is. So I'm going to hand over to Dan and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thanks, Glenn. And of course, just about in readiness for the start of the second quarter. The umpire holds the ball aloft. Devon Meadows 2 straight 12 are leading a Rye 1-2-8 on the Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard as they go up and down. Rye this time with the wind right in that sandy pitch area. There's going to be a secondary ball up. Just waiting for everyone to dig themselves out of the sand pit. Whoa, and the papers are going everywhere. There you go, Dan. If you're going to blow papers, blow $100 notes. Probably not going to happen. Back in the centre circle, umpire, secondary ball up. Good
Cashless society,
we are. It is indeed. Pascal got that out and they go forward line to Devon Meadows. It's been pretty hard, although I think the breeze may have just died down a little bit. Could have been a free kick. Umpire said, play on, boys. Oh, there's a bit of front on contact. Well, you've got to be careful with that. The umpire lets him go. Quick kick out of the pack, and Rye get it out to the centre wing. Members side of the ground. There's a 2 on each side there. Nice little push off the ball. Playing nicely too for Devon Meadows is a Joel Hillis. He's had a fair bit of it, and they go into the half-forward area. Big a spoil on the pack there. And that was by Dixon of Rye. Goes to the nearly coach's box area, just inside forward 50, and it's going to be a ball up. Good to see you made it back from Langwarrin, Dan.
Yes, g'day Leo. Lovely to be with you. Looking forward to the season. It's an interesting day. It was a good game of footy, Langwarrin and Somerville, with Langwarrin winning and Rye will knock towards the boundary, and Devon making a good start here. And making a good start to the season, having won their opening game. And Rye, well, how good were they last week, winning by 89 points against Tyover, a bit more competitive today.
Well, it's almost an 8-point gain.
Well, it is early in the season for these two teams who were in the bottom part of the ladder last year. Hand pass comes out and Fletcher's under the pump. He gets the hand pass clear again for Devon, who are in the attack, and Hillis is the one that they're all trying to keep an eye on. But on that occasion, grabbing the footy for the Devon Meadows Footy Club was Riley Thorpe, and was taken down in yet another tackle. Well done by McGowan. There's a big ruckman that Rye picked up from Mornington. Ball's in the middle of the ground. That should have nearly been a free kick to Joel Hillis in the helmet. According to Premier Data, in the opening game of the season, had 30 possessions as Rye get it out towards the outer side of the ground. Good contest out there. Brodie McConnell of Devon Meadows is beaten. Now the Demons try and kick towards half forward. Mark dropped by Garner, who kicked 3 in the opening game last week. It's close to the boundary. Much different conditions, of course, Leo. We had a heat wave, and today we've got a cold wave, if that makes any sense. 1-2-8 Rye on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. 2 straight 12. Devon Meadows.
Certainly do, and we've had horizontal rain and everything. You name it, we've had it here except sunshine. The only light have been the new ones on the tower, which looks absolutely fantastic. So it's in the forward 50 here for Rye. On his own in the ruck was McGowan. Little tap out there. It wasn't McGowan, but it was a nice little tap out anyway. They can get clear here. What's a bit of a throw?
That's
umpire.
a throw. But the umpire's got to let it go, though.
Let it go. Let it go a little bit. They get out of the trouble here through Hellier. Devon Meadows very close to that boundary line on the outer side of the ground, and it's gone out of bounds. And we think Rye may have had the better of the first quarter, getting that one goal late in that first quarter. That certainly keeps him into the game.
So they were into the breeze in the opening quarter, Leo, you think?
No. Devon Meadows had the breeze early in the first quarter.
So McGowan, but they were into the breeze, obviously, Rise. McGowan helps it down, getting a hand pass out. That's good running on the outside, and Devon Meadows will drive it forward. But no one can take the mark inside attacking 50. Rise defence pretty good again. And grabbing the footy and kicking it long was Barber. Barber in the long sleeves. A lot of players in the long sleeves today. And it goes out of bounds. There were a couple of long sleeves last week, Leo. And
were they?
They couldn't understand that.
Getting soft, mate.
Getting soft. Boundary throwing on the wing. Outer side of the ground. Rye kicking to the pavilion or scoreboard end. And we are in the palatial suite at the Rye football ground today. Tap down again. McGowan goes after it once more. High up and under kick comes from the boot on that occasion of Aaron Johns from Belgrave, playing now for the Devon Meadows Footy Club. He gets another hand pass back. Tapped along the ground on this occasion by Liam Berry, still inside defensive 50 for Devon. Now it's outside defensive 50. Good contest at ground level. Thought a player may have got one high. In fact, it's holding the ball. How can that be holding the ball in these conditions?
I think he said he dived on it there, Dan, and first time it's been paid this evening, I tell you that.
Well, don't pay it. Don't pay it if they haven't paid it before. So Rye with a free kick right in the middle of the ground, adjacent to the centre circles. They trail by 4 points on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. They've got branches in Hastings, Frankston and Mornington.
Capkin, long left foot kick. Always going to go right to the teeth of goal. Anybody in there take a mark or had an opportunity but couldn't hang on to it was Curtis. And it's gone out of bounds right in front of that scoreboard. It's going to be another throw in. But I think there was so many stoppages in the first quarter, Dan, before you got here. I think the umpires may have had a bit of a chat and said, let's just pay the first thing and keep this game moving. So forward pocket. Good to see the boundary umpires coming in a fair way. Puts the ball almost in the centre corridor, trying to kick it out. The air was Curtis, but he couldn't get contact at all with the football. They are on hands and knees once again. I think that's Johns out there with another tackle. And he certainly has got the Belgrave haircut.
You'd know him from Belgrave from the Outer East comp.
He did come in from Belgrave, and Lockie Batten, of course, coming across from Doveton. Another throw up once more. Nice little tap out. There is Johnson. A little throw out with the one hand, but it's good enough to Fletcher. He can play on, go straight laterally towards the boundary line, looking for his teammate O'Toole. But it has, that's kept in. I thought it had gone out. There's a free kick being seen. Going to go to way at Devon. And it looks like O'Toole with it. It stands out, nice big blonde there. Ordinary kick, lucks a fortune. Fletcher takes a mark. Barely 15 metres, I think. But good enough, just play what you can. All shows a bit of toe here, runs around the opponent on the mark now because you can't move till the umpire calls play on. All these new rules down, I don't like them. But the umpire says it's okay, you're laying on the football too, and this time it's going to be a ball up.
I'm not sure, Leo, you need to have them at local footy.
No, look, I agree. Look, I don't like the excess distance out of full back. Some of the grounds, this is great, but some of the grounds up in our way are a little bit short. It almost concedes the footy to centre half forward. Off you go.
It's ironic you say our way when you lived here at Dramana and you travel up. You're amazing. Mind you, I live in Williamstown, so I can't talk.
Oh, how did that?
Kick out of bounds, Terran Head. Got smothered as he was trying to get boot to ball. One of the better players for the Rye Footy Club. Boundary throw in.
Young man trying to make a quick exit over the fence there.
With the footy?
No, just a shortcut.
Boundary throw in on the beach side of the ground, outer side of the ground here at Rye. It's magnificent stadium. Leading in the race and trying to tap to the boundary for Devon is Rory Hillis. And he does find the boundary inside, attacking 50.
So did you get here by boat, Dan, all the way from Williamstown?
No, well, I've been to Langwarrin on the way through and then drove down and got caught in the driving rain that you would have experienced, as you said, Leo, in the opening quarter. Boundary throw-in, deep into attack. Still a 4-point lead for Devon. 2 straight, 12 to 1-2-8. Rye a chance now at half-back on the outer side. A high kick towards the wing. No one can mark at ground level. Who's going to get a clean possession? Oops. Berry was there waiting for Devon Meadows. It's kicked out of mid-air. Now Berry has a chance. Has the hand pass slammed down. Good contest. Now Rye have a chance to maybe clear from the congestion, but they weren't able to. As the quick hand pass came out on that occasion from McIndoe, didn't quite hit his teammate. If they're going to be slick today, they've really got to hit the teammate. It's thrown up again. McGowan in front, wins it down. Quick kick McIndoe, kicks his team inside 50. Bouncing ball at the back. Whoa. Devon have got the numbers in the end though. The player was very, very slow in giving up the hand pass from behind because he was run down by good forward pressure by the Rye forwards. And on that occasion, it was McConnell having to give up the behind. 1-3-9 to 2 straight 12. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. We've played 8 minutes in the second quarter.
Well, a little short pass came out from a full back and going long down the outer side of the ground. Here's McConnell of Devon. Didn't go too far. It's just right on the 50-metre arc. And it's going to be another ball up. I don't think you want to handball too often today, Dan. The ball is quite slippery. It was very slippery early in the piece.
It was a contested game today at Langwarrin, and they sort of had to hand pass to try and get it out of the traffic. But generally, they were trying to kick it, but the defenders from both teams were right on top.
Yeah, it's just one of those days where you need a bit of luck go your way as well. They've got the extra back here at the moment, Devon. 2 players playing behind the football, trying to prevent the effect of the breeze here at Rye. Can they pick it up? Off the ground they go. There's one of our loose players at the moment in Berry. He picks it up and goes long to the centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Big spoil there, and Rye, they can go off and run here. Don't handball too often, son. Finds his teammate there in Shaw. He goes back laterally. They want to go straight down the ground if they can. Well defended out the outer side there by Devon. Picked up there, but thrown out of the pack. That was Hillis, and it's gone into the back, is it?
No, it's against Hill.
It's against Hill.
Who was outstanding last week, according to Premier Data, at 30 possessions and over 130 rankings points. As the kick's not great, but I'll tell you what, their pressure's outstanding, and their defensive efforts from Devon would please second or third year coach Neil Craig. You'd have to say second. Last year was a gap year for everyone in local footy. Thrive outside the attacking 50 for Devon. They're into attack at the beach end again. Getting a hurried boot to ball that went about 5 metres was Nick Strickland towards the boundary for Rye. Again, it rolls out. And Strickland picks it up once more, throws it on the boot, kicks towards the wing. Now here's an opportunity for Rye, inside 50, kicking towards the pocket. Just gets past his teammate, and on that occasion not able to take the ball cleanly was Lyndon Curtis, the big forward, but it was a better play by Rye as they went around that outer side of the ground. trying to find a target, but maybe just belt it long to the goal square and get your forwards back, of which McIndoe is camped in the goal square at the moment for the Demons. So a 1-3-9 to 2 straight 12. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. We've played 10.5 minutes.
Want to get a goal here, do right. This time the boundary throwing goes over everybody's head before it was landing short. Nice little tap out there, but good defensive work once again. This is Barassi. There's a famous name for you, playing for Devon Meadows. Little handball comes out of the back of the pack and get told to play on by Rory Hillis. Goes long on the outer side of the ground, over the back of the pack. No, can't take the mark. Good little play on here. This blow's been pretty impressive as well. That's Joel Hillis. Umpire says you can play on. You can switch the play if you like. Right. Oh, no, goes back one way. Goes back the other. Trying to be a bit fancy. There was Garner. Puts him into the centre corridor now. And here's an opportunity. Got the overlap going if they want to. Right. Through the agency of Whitty. Go long. Into the forward 50. Everybody overruns the football. Straight to the hands of Jennings. It's in the forward flank. Lots of numbers. Little handball comes up back. I thought Jennings was tackled without it, but the umpire said it's all right. Nobody can bend down and pick it up. This young man can. Kicking it around the corner is Robbins. Long. Straight and straight through for the goal. And Robbins puts the second goal on the board there for Rye. And that's taken 11 minutes in the second quarter. And they go to 2-3-15. They've hit the front. And 2 goals straight are Devon Meadows. Like I say, 11.5 minutes, quarter number 2. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Great little bit of play. Great awareness there by that young man. And that certainly was well worked out, I think. And Robbins, his first goal.
Well, where Langwarrin won the game today against Somerville, Leo, was their ability to have their small forwards at the fall of the tools. And when they had to drive it inside 50, they would. And Somerville just didn't have that today. But that was a very important goal by Robbins, one of the small forwards for Rye, as there'll be a stalemate in the centre bounce, or in the centre circle, I should say, after the centre bounce. I think I know what I'm trying to say. Thrown up again. Knocked down. And they've changed the rucks, Rye, on this occasion. Big Lyndon Curtis with McGowan alternating in the ruck today. Knocked down again. Doing the ruck work is Pasquill from the Bombers for Devon Meadows, and the Bombers had a bad start to the season. All their recruiting in the last 18 months came to nothing today. Well beaten by Mount Eliza around the grounds for the Franks and RSL. And Coringal had a good win today too over a disappointing Chelsea. And Hastings came from behind in another second division game to beat Tyre, who were much better after Rye thrashed them last week. Tap down at half forward for Devon. They're having trouble getting it past the 50. Quick kick came from Thorpe. Just gets it inside, attacking 50 now. And now Hillis hard on the boundary. Hooking ball, bouncing right in the goal square. But Rye escorted it through for a behind. The bounce was lucky for them in the end. Barber was there and Ben Dixon was there as well. Famous name in footy for a behind for Devon there. First behind of the match, 2-1-13 to 2-3-15. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard, 12 gone second quarter.
Well, the kick's already taken place. It's inside the centre of the ground already. They get a long way with that extra bonus distance from full back. Over the back of the pack, and it went off the hands there off Capkin. Opportunity here once again for Rye. Little handball comes out. The old 1-2. Shorg over to a teammate. And from about 45 metres out, long a shot on goal. Ooh, just misses to the right. And we'll pick up who that kicked.
I think it was Robbins.
I think it was Robbins too. We're just waiting for him to turn around. But they go to 2-4-16. Rye leading Devon 2-1-13. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. We've been going 14 minutes in quarter number 2. So playing on. Look at that. Go on, Dan. Yeah,
I don't like that rule that much again either, Leo. There was plenty of room for D'Agostino to kick back into play as he favours the outer side of the ground. They're calling it the dead side, I reckon, when you're defending out there today. And it'll be thrown back into play for Devon Meadows between half-back and wing. Aaron John's not able to get hold of the footy for the Panthers. One of 2 Panthers teams. They played Pearsdale.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago and just won in a pretty tight game by 14 points to kick off their season. Devon Meadows will have Brett Delidio playing for them for a couple of games the next couple of weeks.
Well, that'll drag a crowd, I'm
sure.
Yeah,
it certainly will. Richmond Giant star. A lot of players around the contest emerging with it. Robbins has been good. Gets the hand pass out on the outside to Richards. Kicks right inside 50. No one can mark. At ground level, Hughes gets the hand pass out. He kicked 5 last week, Hughes. High kick. Bouncing ball. McGowan's there. Might have done the lead break in the square. It has. Luck for fortune.
It's a play and miss.
There's a goal of the day.
It was Jordan Cappan, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Jordan Capkin got the hand pass and just threw it on the boot inside 50. And they've given their team, well, a handy break. Luck's a fortune here at Rye. 3-4-22 to 2-1-13. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. They've got branches at Hastings, Frankston and Mornington. 15 gone in the second quarter. I will say leg break, Leo, but also say the old-fashioned wind blew it from the right goal post or through the behind post into the goals.
As I said, you need a little bit of luck sometimes on days like today. They got that then right. They'd like to have a little break at half time. Handball came out of the pack straight towards the boundary line. You get a crowd echoing what I thought might have been deliberate. And that was through Justin Kish, who has kicked the solitary 2 goals for Devon so far this evening. So throwing, just boundary umpire hasn't gone inside, so good throw in from a centre wing over everybody's head. Opportunity there, taken, lost. Umpire just lets him go. Good tackle, no opportunity before that. And it's going to be a ball up. Kalani Ryan, there's a nice name, Kalani. Ball up.
He's got a brother playing in his team too called Devon. A little bit different.
Different. Up they go. Umpire lets him play on. Just trying to pick up the ball and spin with it, but didn't get it. Was Rory Hillis. The umpire just lets him go once again. Little tap out there. Lots of players around the football. Someone got a quick kick in there. Trying to pick the football up there for Rise Garner. Can he do so? He can't. There's a whistle on play. There's a free kick going away to Devon. And it's going to go the way there of Hellier. So Dan Hellier has been told to play on now on the left foot. A lot of left footers playing here today. Wind seems to have eased a bit as that distance is not too bad on that kick. Trying to break free. Little handball comes out the back of the pack. They've got a few spares now to Devon. It's going one way, going the other is Smale. What can he do with it? Puts it to full forward, but a good defensive mark there. And the umpire says it's going to be taken there. I can't quite see that, Alan.
Tieran Head.
Tieran Head. Oh, he's just turned it straight back over. It's gone into the hands. I believe that's Boland.
Boland, okay, he wasn't on my list, but he kicks inside 50. No one can take the mark. Forward pocket, down at the beach end of the ground where Devon are attacking but not scoring a goal this quarter so far. 2-1-13 to 3-4-22. A bit of pushing and shoving a few metres off the play on the wing on that outer side where the ball is, 40 metres out from Devon Meadows' goal. Ruck work to be done. Knocked down again. Hurried kick comes forward by Devon. They've got defenders at the back right. Here's Hillis again. He's beset upon 10 metres out from the goal square. He'll go again, Joel Hillis. And going nowhere in a hurry. Good defence again from Rye. Also involved there was Ben Dixon. One of a number of players wearing the long sleeves, as we mentioned. Rye by 9 points on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Fist down again.
Oh, stopped and prop.
Good play by Lyndon Curtis. Got it down to Devon Meadows. Did the big Rye ruckman and he was taken in the back, I thought, but the umpire let it go. Thrown up again, 20 metres out. Getting closer to goal again. Curtis stands his ground as they push and shove towards the line. Very scrambly passage to play this. As Leo said, the rain has stopped for the moment. We've played 18 minutes in the second quarter. 3-4-22 to 2-1-13 on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Big fist again. McGowan trying to get it out of harm's way. Still 20 metres out from the goal they're defending. Number of players milling around the contest, going nowhere. Very scrambly. I'll give it to you, Leo. Let's see if we can get some decent footy going.
We'll try and get a snapshot or a try, one or the other. Bit of a rugby ball happening at the moment. The umpire balls it up once again. Forward pocket. No one in the ruck there for Devon. Quick kick out of pack with a fresh air shot. Umpire says it's okay. Just play it on. Little handball came out that time by Richards. Can Rye get out of there? They desperately want to get out of there. There's a free kick being paid for incorrect disposal. And the umpire says it's going to go the way of Devon.
Well, the player was tackled. He lost control of the footy.
It's happened a bit.
I wonder whether it was an immediate tackle and whether he had prior opportunity.
Well, you don't want it, don't you? Fletcher's got the free kick and he's only about 25, 30 metres out, which is probably 30 metres out by the time he kicks this into a stiff breeze. He's going to give it his best shot. No, it's not going to go to him. Just after all that, umpire says it's not your kick. And it's going to go the way now of Thorpe. So Riley Thorpe has got the kick. Maybe he can't kick as far. But Riley Thorpe, opportunity to put a goal on the board in this quarter for Devon. Pretty much directly in front on the left leg. Normally good kicks, left footers. Looks good, looks straight, but it's gone straight through for the boy up behind. Look it off the boot. Unfortunately for Devon, a minor score ensues. So they go to 2-2-14 and they trail a Rye 3-4-22. Jeff Wignall scoreboard and 20 minutes gone, quarter number 2.
Kick back into play. towards the outer side of the ground, and there's going to be a Rye free kick. Wonderful to see our boss Glenn Carter here as well, and a 50-metre penalty as well.
Well, it's gone down the ground. Yeah, it's off the ball, free kick right in the centre circle.
Yeah, well, that's poor play by Devon. They're doing all the hard work. They've only conceded 2 goals into the breeze. So free kick goes the way of Rye.
Kick
inside 50. No one was marked in regard if the kick was going to clear the front 2 players, and I'm talking of McIndoe. What a great kick that was into the breeze. Absolutely flat as a tack it was. And McIndoe read it best. The 2 players were in front. I wonder whether the other Rye teammate there, Leo, might have been used as a conduit to allow McIndoe to run onto that. Slight angle, 40 metres out for their 3rd goal with the breeze this quarter. And the crowd will erupt. They're in the grandstand with us.
There's a mark.
Almost a mark. There's a mark.
Umpire's called play on.
Umpire said no. Thought maybe his teammate might have marked that deep in the forward pocket.
Oh dear. I think the umpire was blindsided and realised it was a 2-3 grabber. I would have paid that. Even Nick said yes. Nick's never wrong.
He's certainly not wrong. Well, Jordan Capkin was the one that claimed the mark, and the umpire wouldn't claim the mark. Tap down again in front of Capkin. It'll be thrown up 25 metres out. Rye by 8 points on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. 21 minutes gone. 3-4-22 to 2-2-14. Thrown up again. Open-handed fist from Devon. They get it out of there.
Oh, well
defensive
done.
50 for the time being, but good contest from both sides, and eventually Rye wrestle hold of the footy through Nick Rouse and puts it over the line at half forward, and they stay inside attacking 50, 40 metres out from goal, close to half time.
22 minutes gone, 22 leads 14. The Rye D's are in front at the moment. They're about 45 metres out from goal. Just waiting for the ball to come back into play. Good play before by Matty Hill. Just couldn't get to a teammate. Down they go. Nobody can get it out. Yes, they do. Well, that could be down the ground as a free kick. Should have gone against the right to Hillis, but the umpire said it's all right. Thought it was tackle after it. Kick off the ground. Maybe that's what they need to do. Fumbled there at inappropriate time by Craig of Devon. Can they get out, or you duck one way, duck the other? You just drop the ball.
That's got to be holding the ball.
Absolutely there. Woody unlucky not to get a free kick. The Rye crowd not too happy about it now. Handball comes out. The standing all the lane there was Shaw. Kicks it long into the full forward area there. In front. No, can't tangle it. Oh, out of the pack. If you don't mind, Garner on the right foot just spins around. And Josh Garner puts through his first goal. And Rye just starting to sneak away a little bit late in the second quarter. Go to 4-4. That is 28, I hope. 2-2-14. Devon. We have been going 23 minutes, quarter number 2, and that's on a Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard, Dan.
Well, he kicked 3 goals last week, Josh Garner, according to Premier Stats. Of course, our major stats partner with GameFace throughout the football season in the MPNFL, and that was a very good goal, as he's a tallish man, and he was waiting down for the crumbs, and he crumbed expertly. So 14-point break, 3 goals to none this quarter for Rye, and Adam Kirkwood, one of the star players in the competition, not playing at the moment. He is the non-playing coach on the boundary, would be pleased with his team's effort.
Certainly would be.
Back in the middle of the ground again, close to half-time. Tap down, he's going to win possession. Now they get it out again, Rye. Quick hand pass came from Rowson, but it got run down. Got run down just as he got it out. And a number of players mill around the contest. Big McGowan in there for a second effort. The former Mornington player now rucking for Rye. Trying to get in front and knock it away from him. As he's Devon Meadows' opponent, not able to do so. And it'll be thrown up again. Still in the middle of the ground. McGowan, open-handed slap, wins it down again. Good hand pass, comes out from Rowson. He got it to his teammate in Robbins, who kicks wide into the forward pocket underneath the scoreboard. Robbins has been pretty good, kicked a good goal. But Rowson is obviously one of the hard in and unders, and on that occasion, good clean hands to drive his team forward. 24 gone in the second quarter. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard, 4-4-28, plays 2-2-14.
Well, another opportunity now for Rye. Can they get another clearance here? They've spread the pack out pretty well, so there's a lot of space all around the post. Nice little tap out over the back. McGowan is rucking well. Quick kick out of the pack, and it's just been knocked through for a rush behind. Probably all they could do there, Devon. 4-5-29 now are Rye leading Devon 2-2-14. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. 24, nearly 25 gone, quarter number 2. Look how far you can run it. And I never know how far you're allowed to run, Dan. They just don't seem to bounce it anyway.
Well, they should bounce it, otherwise it should be called for running too far.
No one's ever done it. Little handball came out the back of the pack. It was fumbled by Strickland, so they couldn't get it, but do get it back. But all that there is Devon. Taking a mark was Batten. Plays on now. Goes out to the member side of the ground. Looking for a runner there. We think that is Bowl, unless it's someone wearing the wrong jumper. Awkward looking kick there by McLeod on the left foot. Not a natural left footer, I wouldn't think. Very close to the boundary line. Little handball. No, incorrect disposal, says the umpire. And it's going to be a free kick here to Devon. 45 metres out on the boundary line, and it's going to go the way of Matty Fletcher. So Fletcher might be too far out, I think, Dan.
Especially into the breeze.
Into that breeze.
At the beach end.
It's going to take his very, very best, unless there's a short on. I can't see. Pretty well defended there by Wright. He's going to have a deliberate shot on goal. Wants to put it into the goal square if he can. Does exactly that. Good looking kick.
Oh.
What are you talking about? Made the distance easy, Dan.
Just hit the right goal post flush. Yep.
Oh, I don't know if that wind's changed direction. They go to 15, still trail Wright, 29. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. 26 has ticked over in quarter number 2.
Right, back into play. It's not a particularly good kick. Almost a good mark to Devon on that occasion. They bring it to ground, but Rye drive it forward, skidding to half forward. Kafkin's got it. Lost it. Regained it. Might have thrown it out the first time. Comes down to Rowson. Rowson taking in a tackle. He got the hand pass out. Batten might have also put the opponent down, who was taken a bit high in Dylan Allen. And the umpire says, give it to me, boys. And the supporters are getting a little bit unruly up here on the deck.
A lot of special comments going on. They got hit hard in the head
He did. I think that was a little bit low on that occasion from Batten.
It was a bit like one of those, what they call a crunch tackle,
Dan,
in rugby, where the pack falls on top of the boy's neck, and we'd certainly hope he's all right. Good to see all the trainers out there, and everyone's quite concerned. I'm not quite sure who that player is, Dan.
No, he hasn't moved. He has not moved, which is not good, and we'll certainly for his families and friends, we will identify who that might be. So,
looking for a stretcher.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all. It's a major concern, and now the two teams will congregate together.
I'm just going to make sure
the Devon players will go down to their half forward flank, and Rye sort of in the middle of the ground, attacking side of the centre square. As the stretcher comes out, and this is not good.
No, good thing these days too, Dan, back in our day you had a wet towel and that was about it, but trainers are pretty well trained these days, and they certainly know what to do.
You didn't even have the old stretcher. How long ago are we talking, Leo?
We're talking back when the world was still black and white in those days, Dan. It didn't turn colour until about 75, so you're looking a long way back.
Where did you play your footy?
I started at Ferntree Gully, and from there went to North in the AFL, then to Williamstown, your town, for a bit. And then I finished my football up at the magnificent Gembrook Football Club.
Very good. How many games you played at North?
I played there 69 till 73, the end of 73. Unfortunately, did a knee and broke a shoulder and mangled a few ankles. And
how many senior games?
I played half a dozen senior games. Right. I was there at 17 and unfortunately did a knee and did it early in my career, which is a bit of a shame. And,
Kicker, Keith Gregg, Wade Schimmelbush, all those boys coming through. David Dench.
Denchy was our captain at 21. We had a young side there. We
Robbie
had
Peterson, who went on to become a doctor.
Yes,
very good
played
doctor
with Robbie,
too.
the number 8. He's a doctor.
Played in the 74 granny, and then I think gave it up after that.
He did. He was doing medicine there. We got flogged in 74, 175. But that's a long time ago. Yeah, Arnold Bryness, of course, was 16 at the time.
Was he?
Yeah, we had quite
Burns?
Johnny Burns just came after me.
Right.
Yeah, but we had players like
Lurch
after me as well. But
Barry Goodingham was after you.
Oh no, Goodingham. Lurch was. I thought you said Birch. Lurch was our first captain, and Denchy took over from Lurch. Yeah, Lonely as they used to call him as well.
Edith Vale, Aspendale, Barry Goodingham's from.
Yeah, he's had a couple of hip stunts recently. He hasn't been too well, but 6'10" he was. But hopefully this young man is okay. Good to see the trainers out there, and
so we'll see if Nick can give us a look at the camera, so that or the monitor, so we can see the injured player coming off the ground. We might talk memory lane a little bit later again, Leo. But we are very concerned about this right player. So a long break in play here just before half time.
Absolutely,
4-5-29 to 2-3-15 on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Branches at Hastings, Frankston and Mornington. He has not moved. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a second with more of our coverage of the MPNFL. Thanks, Nick.
G'day everyone, Reece from GameFace here. Are you looking to elevate your club's social media to the next level? GameFace are here to help. We can help your club reach its supporters and sponsors easily with the use of engaging and visually appealing content. Action photography to capture your players at their best in the action. Player profiles to highlight your players with fun facts and potentially stats sold separately. Entertaining player interviews during both media days and on game days. Visually appealing social media videos for your sponsors, plus other graphic design tailored to meet your personal club needs. You can give your sponsors a massive thank you for supporting your club with logo placement upon all social media content that GameFace will generate for you. Our packages for social media content are affordable enough for every club to experience the GameFace touch. To take advantage of the packages, get in touch with us now. And don't forget to get your GameFace on.
Hi everyone, it's Tim from Growth Syndicates Australia and we're financial transformation specialists. Our clients are eliminating their mortgage in a much shorter period of time, creating more wealth and boosting their super. This is all done without impacting their lifestyle. Sounds amazing? Well, let me explain a little bit about the GSA Advantage. With clients all around Australia and a head office located in Elsternwick, our team of very experienced professionals enable unique and exclusive property investment opportunities through wholesale investing for clients to achieve specific outcomes. Our current projects are located in Brighton, Malvern East, Kew, Glen Iris and Mont Albert North. Everyone's busy and that's a fact. But did you know for every day you have a mortgage and underperforming investments or superannuation, you're missing out on $350 every day. It all starts with a friendly phone discussion to then arrange a meeting to provide you with a clear picture on what GSA achieves for our clients, and with no charge or obligation, see where these results can apply to you. So check us out at growthsyndicatesaustralia.com. Give us a call on 1300 205 556. I'd love to have a catch-up coffee with you at your place or our office. See where GSA can improve your financial position.
Welcome to the 2021 edition of the GameFace Record app, jam-packed with the newest features to help you get the best information for your club and competition this 2021 footy season. New users will now be prompted to sign up via Facebook or email to help out with our new interactive features. Here you'll be prompted to select which team you follow for one of the leagues that GameFace provides its coverage to. You'll be notified for updates exclusive to that team that you follow. More teams can be followed once you're in the app. Some other exciting features include the new social media capabilities. The newsfeed from our designated Facebook groups is now synchronized through Facebook, so you can now get the league's latest news right through our app. GameFace is now also introducing GameFace TV alongside the new update. Here, you'll be able to watch GameFace Match of the Days, interviews, and other video content that we provide, all in an easy-to-access newsfeed. Live scoring makes a return, with the latest up-to-date scores on game day for each match being played delivered straight to your phone, right in the change rooms after the game. You can now also view stats in more detail, such as best players of the round, the ladder, team lists, as well as leading goal scorers for the division. Our club pages have been reworked, now with more of a one-stop shop for vital information. Here you can view dedicated content for your club, such as purchasing merchandise, memberships, and much more. We're ready to tackle this footy season, so make sure you download the brand new GameFace digital record app.
Get your GameFace on.
And welcome back to Rye. And there's some sad scenes out there, I can tell you. Unfortunately for Rye, Brody Shaw received contact to the head in a low tackle by Lockie Batten just before half-time, and he hasn't moved. His arms have moved, but he's still lying there, Leo.
Yeah, I think they're just going to be very, very careful. And
they've got to be very careful with him. He's got a blanket over him, which is good. It's a tough situation for everyone involved. I've noticed Neil Craig's out there, who's one of the nicest guys in footy, the coach of Devon Meadows, keeping a close eye on the situation. At this stage, the way that he is making his way back over the boundary, as the great Mick O'Rourke is coming down to talk to me. You keep going, Leo, and I'll have a chat to Mick for a second.
We might go through some of the halftime stats or goals that we've got as well, Dan, and we do hope Brody Shaw is okay. The trainers are down there doing the right thing, to stabilising him, keeping him warm, asking him not to move, just to make sure everything is okay as well. It is half-time. The siren did blow eventually, and at half-time we see Rye 4-5-29. They lead Devon Meadows 2-3-15, and that's on the Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard. The goal kickers so far for the home side in Rye, Jared Richards has kicked one. Also Campbell Robbins and Jordan Kaplan, and the last goal was kicked there by Josh Garner out of the pack in the goal square. And for Devon Meadows, they kicked the 2 goals in the first quarter, and that was done by Justin Kiss. But at the moment, well, they're just putting a shield around Brody Shaw as well. Let's keep the wind off him because it's quite cold here tonight as well. There's a big crowd here down here at the RJ Rowley Recreation Reserve, and it's been a pretty scrappy old game because of the weather, but the rain's held off now. It's good to see the kids back out there. Game's been played pretty hard and fast. I thought in the first quarter Rye did extremely well to hold Devon Meadows to 2 goals in that first quarter, when Devon Meadows had a big wind blowing from right to left, right towards the township end of the ground, and then hang on, we're just losing everything at the moment. So okay, and then Rye did quite well there in the second quarter, got a couple of quick goals, and it was a nice little snap out of the pack there by Josh Gardner, who kicked an absolute beauty. But we've got someone with us now, Dan, have we?
We do, Leo. We've got a very special guest, and Game Changer is a big part of what GameFace does. We are trying to obviously do our best to make sure that we are looking after young people in our society and prevent suicide, of which has become a real, I suppose, sad part of what has happened on the Mornington Peninsula in recent years among sporting clubs. And O'Brien Real Estate are certainly doing their bit. And Anastasia from O'Brien Real Estate has been good enough to join us. Anastasia, thanks so much for joining us. I apologise for shaking your hand before. It's become so cold in a week. I mean, 3 days ago we were sweating bullets. Today we're trying to stay out of the cold. It's typical Melbourne and Victorian weather, isn't it?
It is indeed, and thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm really pleased to be part of Game Changer, and always here to support the boys and the netball girls in the Rye Footy Club. So thrilled to be here.
How important is being involved in Game Changer for O'Brien Real Estate?
It's something that our 7 Mornington Peninsula officers have agreed to move forward with. We think it's really, really important. We think that mental health, for so long we've focused on physical health, and at the moment I think it's become clear that mental health has been something that has been left behind for so long, and so it's something that we're thrilled to be working with, and hope that we can make a little bit of a difference in the players and their supporters. Now,
guys naturally don't talk about it. Ladies do talk about it. Why do you think that's the case, Anastasia?
Well, I have 2 sons.
Right.
Both played for Rye.
Yes.
And unfortunately, one of them was best mates with one of the young fellas who committed suicide back when they were 17.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Terrible. But I think that the difference is that they've been so stoic and so staunch for so long in so many generations, and it's about time. Whereas girls have always been able to open up and break down and cry and complain and all of that. Whereas boys, it was considered unmanly to do it, and I think it's time we broke that stigma. So that's the main reason that I think that...
And there's an ambulance on the way just as we continue our conversation. We wish this young fellow, Brody Shaw from Rye, all the best. So the ambulance is here, and I reckon they've done a good job to get it here so quickly. Just on that, Anastasia, how tough was it for you as a mother to have a chat to your son, a comforting chat with your son, and was he willing to open up? Oh, and did you encourage him to open up?
I tried to encourage him to open up, but it was a really challenging time. What I found is the boys kind of got together and they grouped together and they spent a lot of time together, and they were each other's confidence as opposed to the mums. And I don't know whether that's how we've brought them up, or generation upon generation of us thinking that they can't talk to their mums, or they can't be perceived as having any weakness. We know it's not weakness, but it is something. It was tough. It's still tough. To this day, it's still tough what the boys go through, because they miss their mates, and it's too common. And as we've seen with young play recently at Rye, it's just too common. And no matter what age group they're in, they're actually susceptible to mental health. We all are. Yes,
well, the footy club, unfortunately, over the off-season, lost a couple of people, a senior member of the committee and an assistant coach and a young player.
Yeah.
Do you think that had a lot to do with the fact we've had no footy for 18 months, that people have missed the fellowship? I noticed it last week, Anastasia, that it wasn't just going out and playing footy and having a drink, it was the fellowship. A lot of people wouldn't see each other for 18 months unless they go to the footy.
Oh, yeah, and the word fellowship is actually so important, isn't it? That getting together and sharing of either an activity or of a like-minded activity such as footy. And so it's been, I agree, I think it was a terrible time, COVID and lockdown and all of the stuff that we all went through. But certainly, I think the people that had connections with other people were better off. And but unless that was something that was part of your life, it was really actually hard to try and start as a new thing when you're locked down for months on end. And that, yeah, I think sport and the community and fellowship, like you said, is actually crucial to our community, and never more so. And it's actually one thing that COVID's done well, is it's made that apparent to us. We now know that fellowship, community, sport, all of those things that brings us together on a regular basis, it's crucial to the mental health.
And we certainly won't take footy for granted, will we? I mean, we miss it. We haven't had it for 18 months. I mean, it's been there every year. We think, oh, yeah, look forward to next year. But the fact we haven't had it for 18 months, I mean, the crowds are up. People just want to be here, don't they? I mean, it wouldn't matter whether it continued raining today. You'd still get a good crowd here. All the games this weekend, selling out of beer again. I know that's only one aspect of it, but it's important for the footy clubs, because they've got to try and make a buck too.
Absolutely. It's exciting, isn't it? Look at all these cars and all these humans and all these smiles on these kids' faces down here that we're watching. It's exciting. It's important, and I think it's wonderful to be back. And I certainly have missed. I've missed the footy in general, but I certainly miss the local footy.
So, what is the main role for O'Brien Real Estate in regard to Game Changer?
Our main role is to provide funding to enable people of all age groups, but especially our community in regards to football, to have access to mental health education as well as mental health help should they need it, and as real estate agents, the only thing we have is our service. That's the only thing we have. We don't actually own the homes we're selling, so the service is what we sell all the time. And so being able to actually facilitate that into a sporting environment in the community that we love is something that I think is really important. And so that's going to be our main goal. We love being one of the major sponsors of Rye, but we also like taking that to the next level with Game Changer. So hopefully we'll be able to do some good work in the community. And
how's business going? Were you affected much by COVID?
2020 was a tough year. We were locked out of our offices for 4 months. We couldn't even do an inspection on an empty home for 4 months, and so it was a really, really tough time. However, as everyone's heard, real estate has bounced back, and that's great for our clients. It's great for our landlords. It's great for everyone, and of course that means that we're starting to wash our face after a really bad 2020. So
we appreciate your time getting behind Game Changer. It's very important to us at GameFace, so we're very proud of what we're trying to do to certainly try and increase suicide prevention. It's still got a fair way to go. Young guys are starting to talk a lot more, which is what it's all about. And as you said, a mother of 2 sons, you would know more than most. My mother's a mother of 3 sons, and I could talk underwater with a mouthful of marvels, but my brothers don't say a great deal, so it's important to make sure that these young guys say more, and it's wonderful that O'Brien Real Estate is getting behind it. Thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of the footy.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me on. Hopefully we can make a difference.
It's a pleasure. Anastasia from O'Brien Real Estate, one of the major sponsors of the Rye Footy Club, and also Game Changer, joining us. Wonderful to have her with us. on this very cold evening, as we can tell you that the ambulance is here. It got here pretty quickly. They're wonderful, these paramedics. They know exactly what they're doing. I am in awe, Leo, of what they do, how well they operate, how quickly they operate. They know every single medical procedure that's going on. We hope Brody Shaw's okay. It's involved in a bit of a break in the footy as the big fellow Glenn Carter comes back in. Welcome, Glenn.
Dan, great job today calling the Somerville Langy game.
Yeah, a good game of footy, Glenn. Both teams are going to be really, really good size, but they're missing a few today, and the difference was the small forwards of Langy got the job done. Somerville didn't have any without Ryan Gillis, who every time he kicked a goal, it was like he was kicking his 100th of the season. He is a showman, as we know, but they just didn't have enough options up forward to help him. But it was a good game of footy.
And your partner in crime, Leo, over here, is debuting with us. He absolutely brained him in the first quarter. The rain was coming in sideways.
Yes.
I said to him, Dan will be here to help you soon, mate. I'm sorry I'm not much help to you. But
no, you'll be fine, Glenn.
It was good to see the man in action.
Well, you caught a lot of footy. How much have you caught?
Oh, about 30 years worth.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, it's not like about as much as I have.
How many times do you think we got asked today whether he was any relation to the famous Captain Grottawagon?
Well, Robert's a bit younger than myself. We're the same size. He's down at Tassie. We're actually not related. I think if you go way back, I'm Dutch. I was born in Holland, and so we're Dutch origin. And I think if you go back far enough, you might find we could be related in some way or form. I'm not sure. I've never met Robert, but I know he's got a bit of a famous streak in him as regards to being a captain in an aeroplane.
Just for 5 or 10 minutes.
He's a bit younger than me.
Yeah, I reckon that derailed the Bulldogs' 86 campaign straight away. They partied too much after making the finals in 85. That was the culture of the club in those days. So,
footy, it was like a big game of local footy, wasn't it?
Was very different in those days.
Yeah.
So there's a few other games on today.
Yeah.
Division 1, there was a boil over.
There was, and I dare say Frankston Bombers would be reeling. But it is one game when you have a lot of new players to your club, and Leo would know from his involvement in local footy, it takes a while to gel. I know we've been talking about the Frankston Bombers guys for a long time, Glenn, but they're pretty ordinary today, and Mount Eliza have put egg on a lot of people's faces today.
Well, I won't mention any names, but I just got a text message from another current Division 1 coach who said Mount Eliza were just too quick for them.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway,
that might be a lot better than we thought.
Let's just say it's only one game, and in other matches, that's the only one in Division 1. But in Division 2, Kringle took on Chelsea.
And won.
Well, most of the experts said that Chelsea were going to win that. And Luke Forsyth, that was his first game as coach.
Great fella, Luke. I'm waiting for the Facebook messages, of which I'm friends, whether it's a good thing or bad thing, with a lot of the Kringle supporters, gentlemen of your ilk and my age and knowledge and reputation. They'll be on to me, no doubt about that, like a rat up a drain pipe. But that's all right. Winners are grinners. Losers can please themselves, as we know in the classics, and they're very good today. And
so it was Chelsea 7-10-52, and Kringle were too good today, 13-6-84. I haven't got any detail as to who played well or who kicked the goals, but
that's a good result.
Kringle got the jump on them early, and then Crib Point, it's actually three-quarter time now, so they're playing a night match as well. They're up against Pearsdale. So Crib Point 9-7-61. They're ahead of Pearsdale 4-5-29 with a quarter to go. So both teams coming off a loss, with Crib Point losing to Chelsea last week and Pearsdale losing to Devon Meadows in round 1. So they'll both be keen for a win, and at the moment Crib Point look like they're going to get the job done. Tyre came up against Hastings today, and the scores were level, I think, at one point. That might have been during the second quarter. But Tyre 4-13, so they were offline today.
But they were better today than they were last week, it seems.
Well, I'm not sure. Judging by the scores, it's hard to tell. Hastings 9-8-62, so Hastings are off the mark, and of course they've got a new coach as well. We'll be pleased to get a W next to his name. Right tonight. I'm not sure what we're going to do about the quarter. Leo, with your experience, what do they normally do with incidents like this? Do they stop the clock and kick it off again? They started early at 5, so there's no reason why they can't play the game out.
No, they can't. They can't.
We did have Sean Connell here before. We could have asked a question. That may be why he's disappeared, because he needs to go and get some answers. But
he's been loaded onto the... Brady Shaw's been loaded onto the stretcher now.
Yeah.
Number of people involved, all doing a wonderful job. Neil Craig is out there at the moment, one of the nicest guys in footy, Neil, and obviously more worried about young Brody Shaw than he is about his footy team have been pretty competitive in the first half. They didn't score a goal in that quarter, but that's an indication that we're probably, even though the umpires are out in the middle, there's an indication that we're probably not quite ready to start the second half as yet. But
well, he's surrounded by experts.
Well, he is. He's sort of wandering back now towards the rooms, but not going at a quick pace. But he'll head back in there in a minute.
I'm talking about Brody on the stretches,
surrounded
by experts. But Adam Kirkwood, the coach of Rise, out there, Sean Connell. So everyone's out there looking after the best interests of Brody. And I know that his dad's here, and if he does have family listening in, we'll be sure to share any news with you as soon as we hear anything. But we've sort of taken the camera off the incident,
absolutely,
out of respect, and we've all got our fingers crossed. I have seen his feet moving around, and so
I think he lifted his head a couple of times.
Yeah, but they just don't take any risks. And
no, you can't.
So,
cannot, and this is why they're so good at what they do. Now, Leo, the Outer East season, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. I know the club's up there, a bit like everybody, had a bit of a dearth there last year because of COVID, and really looking forward to coming back to play footy. Getting a couple of messages here as well, so obviously somebody's watching it. Not very pleasant ones about myself, by the way.
I'm sure they'd be very pleasant.
Bradley Collar, General Coach. I'll get you back later. But yeah, they're looking really good up there. Of course, we've got a new side coming in Berwick Springs, Dan, who've come from a junior club and worked their way up to becoming a senior club and coming into our Division 1. So that should be absolutely fantastic. Also,
should they come into Division 1 or should they be a Division 2 team? Or Division 2 is more a country
Division
league
2
or country competition, isn't it?
It is indeed. Because we're so far and wide, as you know, Dan, we thought it appropriate to whack him into Division 1. It'll sort itself out in a year or so. It's like Berwick going to the EFL, whacking them into Premier. It'll sort itself out in time. So Berwick Springs will come into there. They're well organised, so they should go quite well. Broadford coming into this competition up there in Division 2, which is up around the Yale and Alexandra area. That should fit in quite nicely. So long term, we're looking long term into the future. We're trying to develop.
There's a lot of travelling in Division 2 this year, isn't there?
Well, for the sides that are in it, it's not so bad. There is a little bit of travelling, but long-term future, if we can develop the northern area, because a lot of those leagues are out in the middle of nowhere, and they're at the end of a lot of old leagues which have fallen apart over the years, Cobra League and all those. So we're trying to help that area out down there. Of course, there will be no promotion relegation as regards to Division 2. They will not go up to Division 1 or Premier. It'll only be
won't be.
No, they'll stay in Division 2.
How do all those clubs feel about that? I mean, Yarra Junction's a team that is probably good enough, isn't it? Because it's been pretty close the last couple of
yes and no.
cracks at it.
Yeah, yes and no. But again, that's going to be reformulated as the years go on. So at this stage, it'll be the Premier Division 1 will be where our promotion relegation sits, and we'll see how it develops in the long term. We've got a great game first up between Warburton Millgrove and Powertown. Can you believe it? Their neighbours have never played against each other ever. The only time Warburton could have played against them was when Powertown went into recess. So that's going to be a terrific game up there at Powertown. So we're looking forward to that. And look, there's a lot of good sides. Warburton, Millgrove, they've recruited well. Powertown, well, they look fantastic at the moment. They're going to be hard to beat in our Division 2. But that's our competition. You can follow that through the media outlets as well. We follow the MPNFL as well, and all the other leagues as well.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
We've got an update, gents. Yeah. So he's good. He's fine. He took a head knock. It's all precautionary. So they're taking him off.
Great news.
Just to test.
Excellent.
Do their test, but they'll play the game out as normal. So
very good.
They'll start the clock again, and we'll be back to business shortly.
No, that's great news, and good news for the young fella as well.
Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, and we wish him and his family all the best, and he recovers and just gets better and forgets about footy for a while and just gets back to full health. And hopefully he can play footy, but that'll be down the track.
Another good thing, Dan, it was great to see the Devon Meadows blokes coming across to make sure the boy was all right. It didn't happen back in our day, but it was great to see them coming across. They were concerned just as much as everybody else here on the ground. So they're coming back out in the ground
Very different era, Leo.
Very different. No, Devon Meadows coming back out in the ground as well.
Oh, good. So I know I'm acting as a bit of a windbreak here for you guys.
Actually,
I
was going to ask you if you could just move.
Because I'm about to move on. I've got other things to do. So
if you can step to the left, it'd be a bit
better. The
better.
still in front. They were 3 goals to none down, and then they were 4 goals to 3 up. Big Maxi kicked 3.
I'm a bit like you. I'm too scared to look down when it comes to the Bulldogs. And that's why, see? Because
not now. No, they're not. They're 33 now. They were going all right there for a little while. The Dogs have had a win today, so they're unbeaten on top of the Swans.
So back to this game. What do you make of it in the bit of a quarter that you've watched so far? Dan, Leo's been, it was like a pinball machine in the first quarter, but Rye's been pretty good.
They have, and I reckon Devon have been good too. I reckon their defence held up pretty well in that quarter, and Joel Hillis what Rye have been very good at is just making sure he doesn't dominate, get on the outside. Probably not his conditions to get out on the outside. We know what a good player he is. Premier data stats tell us he had over 30 possessions in the round 1 win over Pearsdale, and he was ranked, number 9 in our top 35. And again, we need to remember the top 35 is all about how we think players will go this season. And it's not about ranked in the top 35 in the competition. But it's in regard to how we think they'll go, what impact they'll have. And there's no doubt Joel Hillis, if he keeps playing football like he's playing it by the end of the year, if we decide to look at it for what a year's work has produced, that he might be higher than number 9. He's an excellent player.
Well, they've got some other good players as well.
Well, they do. I mean, Lockie Batten's a good inclusion. Aaron Johns from Belgrave's a good player as well.
So I thought they may have set someone on Hillis, but they haven't. They've sort of they've let him run loose a little bit. But
they have.
Adam Kirkwood, who's been one of their stars as a player over the seasons gone by, is on the boundary line doing a good job of coaching Rye tonight. He's got lots of new young players.
Michael McGowan was a good pick-up, isn't he, Glenn, from Mornington?
Well, we had young Tom Shaw on the Live and Loose show this morning. He said he is the best pick-up they've got.
Really?
The beast he referred to him as.
Yeah, well, look at him. He's a massive man out there.
And it's been a good duel in the ruck.
It is. Well,
third quarter. Boys, thank you.
Third quarter to get underway. Thanks to Jeff Wignall Ford. Here's Leo Gronewegan for GameFace.
Well, McGowan got the tap out once again. I can see Rye running a spare down in the back line already. So just going to try and hold up Devon Meadows in this third quarter. And it's going to be a free kick. No, it's going to be a ball up. Just forward of centre. Rye kicking to the St Andrews end. Like I like to call it, McGowan likes tapping the back over the back of his head. Wouldn't mind seeing him change direction a couple of times and put it out in front. Here's an opportunity now. Long handball coming out nicely there too. Long kick down the ground. That was by Richards. Getting quite dark here as well. Wouldn't mind a light above her head, Dan. But the umpire calls him to play on. It's back into that pack. Here we go. Little handball comes out. It just gets spilled along the ground. Good tackling laid. And it's going to be on for young and old Hot in his third quarter. But Rye,
I will say this, the lights are a bit better than what they were on the far side at Peanut Reserve last night.
Certainly would have been.
Oh, the other side of the ground between St Kilda City and the Port Colts, which Port Colts won by a goal in the Southern Footy League. Now trying to burst out of trouble, Fletcher, he beat a couple of tackles. He got the hand pass out to his teammate who does pretty well on this occasion, and that is Baumgartner. The kick comes down towards the wing. Joel Hillis couldn't keep it alive, and he's been clamped down again by Peter Hampton.
So it's head running free for Rye on the back line. It's going to just stay in that little hole. Kick behind the play.
Very good player, Tyrone Head, one of their best players. So a bit of a delay after Brody Shaw was knocked out just before half-time, but the news is he's okay. Suffered a head knock, he will be okay. Good tackling, though, at ground level by Devon Meadows to ensure that Rye couldn't get away. Ben Dixon tried to on that occasion. And the tackle laid by Isaac Barassi, who is a distant cousin of the great Ronald Dale. Thrown up on the wing. Great to see a female umpire out there and doing a good job. McGowan gets it down. The kick smothered, though, by Robbins. Inside 50 to Hillis. Feeds a hand pass out on the outside now. Chance for Devon Meadows. If they can get a clean possession, they can't. And holding the ball will be a Rye free kick.
Against McConnell.
Yep.
Out they go, right to the outer side of the ground. Big long kick out there by Richards. Goes very close to the boundary line. Quite dark on the outer side of the ground. Umpire lets him play on. Little handball comes out once again. Handball's out to a teammate there in Robbins. Been okay. Kicks it under the ground. Turns it over. Straight back to Devon Meadows. Straight back to the top of the 10-metre square. Oh, it's over the back of the pack. Trying to kick the ball off the ground was Tyrrell, but he missed it. Umpire says play on. Tackle laid as well. That was by Hillis. Umpire's called a play. I thought I heard a whistle go then, but that was Kiss who did the tackle. Their solitary goal kicker. He's kicked both of their goals. And it's only about 10 metres out. Devon Meadows kicking to the township end of the ground here. Nice little tap out there. Can they get out? Handball over the back of the pack. Quick kick out of the pack there by Robbins of Rye. It's gone out to the 50-metre arc on the outer side of the ground. Devon Meadows have got the footy now. And from about 35, 40 metres out on the right foot, that looks like Batten.
It is. He was brought down too as he kicked that. Yeah. Could have nearly been a free kick against Rye, who've got it in the last line of defence. It's Richards. He hugs
Good
the
mark.
outer side, but that's an excellent mark taken by Devon. They'll bring it back inside 50 to the social club room's end. Almost a mark taken by Devon Meadows. Couldn't quite hang on. Skidding forward. Conditions are a bit better.
Oh, he had it in his hands then, Kiss.
He did. He's kicked their only 2 goals so far. Would have been searching for his third. The throw up again. 40 metres out. McGowan, the big fist once more. And Rye have the footy. The hand pass came out from Kalani Ryan. And now they've got it at half-back once more. Still trying to clear defensive 50. Batten comes through for Rye, but he's kicking the last line of defence. Comfortable mark taken there by Strickland.
Strickland's got it in the back pocket in front of the scoreboard. 29 Rye, 15 Devon Meadows. The Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Long kick. Seems to have eased up a bit the breeze. It was a long kick and a good mark in the pack there. Can't quite pick up who that player is for Devon, but puts it back into the centre of the forward 50. Up they go, over the back of the pack. Opportunity gone there for Johns. I thought he had hold of it. The umpire said, no, I'm not going to pay it. It's going to be a ball up 35 metres out from the Devon goal. They're getting their hands on it at the moment, Dan, but just can't grasp it.
Matthew Hill hasn't had the dominant game that he had a couple of weeks ago or last week for Rye, number 22. He had 30 possessions last week, thanks to Premier Data.
I had 30 possessions too. It took me 2 years.
I could see you as a big centre-half back or big ruckman.
A bit centre-half back, centre-half. Short ruckman. I'm only 6'4", just a little fella.
Are you?
Too short these days.
Well, when you were playing at North, Lurch would have been the ruckman at 6'6", wouldn't he?
Yeah, Lurch was 6'10", he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, I watched the game last night for Colts. They had a guy called Liam Bowers, 7'11".
Yeah, and Kerry Hayward had a bit of a run. He was 6'3". That's all he was. There we go. Come out now. A little handball come out the pack by Farish of Rye. Can they get it out of here? They're just, great bump. Good contest. Both players eyes for the footy. Spills out and goes out of bounds for a throw in.
29 plays 15. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Branches in Mornington. Hastings and Frankston. 7 gone in the third quarter. Boundary throw in again. Half forward flank for Devon, doing all the attacking. They just can't put the score on the board. Fletcher there, fossicking around for the footy for Devon. Free kick, which way? It'll go the way of Ryan.
50.
No. Of Rye, I should say. That should be 50. The return wasn't great. Back to McGowan, the big ruckman. He was looking to dish a hand pass off, and he's unsure to kick it. No, I don't think he does.
It's a good kick.
But he roosts it beautifully on this occasion. Close to the boundary as they're going into the breeze. Almost down there by Capkin. He couldn't quite get his hands on that, and it's out of bounds on the wing. Or was it a boundary throw?
It's going to be. We're going to have to direct the coaches to get into play this side of the ground, Dan. It's a long way out there in the dark.
Well, it is. It's certainly not as dark as it was last night, but it is still pretty dark. Thrown up with the lead still 14 points in favour of Rye.
So it's going to be a secondary ball up very close to the boundary line, centre wing, outer side of the ground, or the Melbourne Road side of the ground. So some people having a bit of a discussion about the boys, saying it's quite cold, so let's just keep your heads. Throw up. Centre wing. Both ruckmen just let it fall to the ground. Then they try to pick it up, and there's a big swarm of players all over this. Just play a free kick. Umpire, no, he's not. But it's going to get a bit willing, I think. And they're just a bit of push and shove and keeping each other warm. Throw it up. That gets it going. Certainly does. Spills it out. McGowan loves tapping it over his head. They should be on to that. Quick kick out of the pack. It was a bit smothered there off Robbins, but the umpire lets him go, and it's gone out of bounds. No, it's a free kick and or mark. It's going to go the way. Looks like it's a ruckman on the outer side there.
Smile, I think.
Smile it is. Awkward looking kicking style. Close to the boundary line. Good spoil there by Rye, and that was on O'Toole, and it's gone out of bounds for another throw in. 50 metres out from the Devon goal. Been going about 7 minutes in quarter number 3.
Boundary throw in. McGowan wins it to the front. Rye having trouble clearing the defensive 50, but they might on this occasion. Robbins received a hand pass, squeezes a kick.
Good
They'll
shepherd.
drive it long, good shepherding. Inside 50, there's a foot race here. 2-on-1, can it be picked up and snapped a goal? No. The kick was smothered just when he looked like he had an opportunity to kick that one in Jennings, and Devon will get out. They'll bring it out towards the broadcast side of the ground. Should be nearly a free kick to go the way of Rye, because I thought the Devon player, when he had an opportunity to pick it up, wasn't able to. And that was Rory Hillis. but they managed to get it out because unfortunately Zach Jennings had a chance to snap just outside the goal square and wasn't able to.
Kick was smothered just at the wrong time. They had a 2-on-1 situation, couldn't work it out. Little kick out of the pack there by Johns. Just found his teammate there. They can play on if they through Baumgarten. They're going straight down the middle of the ground. Devon looking short. Well, no, couldn't take the mark. Could have got one around the neck. Robbins. Umpire said no, play it on. Everybody's diving on the ball. That should be in the back, surely. You can't just dive on a player. If Fletcher did that, got away with it. Fair enough. The umpire said she will ball it up.
I think she's doing a magnificent job, mind you. She's watching the play and she's making a decision straight away, and that is if she wants it to play on, it'll be played on as Robbins gets a quick kick out of the pack. Good contest on the outer wing and trying to pick it up for Rise. Tom Hughes, who kicked 5 last week, hasn't had that much impact tonight so far for the Demons, and it'll be thrown up once again.
I'd hate to see the stoppage count. There would have been a lot of them so far. Both ruckmen just punched the ball for the forwards. Secondary punch there by McGowan. Gains a few metres there for Rye. Backing in and out of a pack. Did it quite nicely too. Was Barbara, I think it was. The umpire said this time there's incorrect disposal and the free kick's going to go the way of Devon. And this looks like it's in the hands there of Barassi. Goes further forward to the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground, the Melbourne Road side. A lot of players around the football. Opportunity there for Devon. Kiss handballs it over his head. It's gone out of bounds, I think, or is the free... There's no pipe paid a free kick. He's about 55 metres away. It is, and it's going to go the way right.
That handball over his head by Brady McConnell was a bit slick, but it wasn't bad.
Farish with it.
That's holding the ball. Gee, they've been good. I mean, no score this quarter.
No.
Right into the breeze. The Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard still 14 points up. And their hard nut has the footy now. Rowson kicks down the line, close to the boundary. That, of course, is the side of the ground they want to go. And they're finding the boundary. Not great for us on the outer side here of this big ground at Rye. The Rowley Reserve. And it'll be thrown back into play. 29 plays 15. Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard. Approaching halfway mark, third quarter. No scores yet. We were delayed at half time. An injury to Brodie Shaw. Suffered a knock to the head. He was lying on the ground for a long time until the ambulance came. But we can tell you he's okay. As Devon charge hard. Clear out of defence, but doesn't go very far. And Rye have it again through Farish. Farish marking just behind the wing. On the outer side, drives it down the line again, close to the boundary, looking to try and take a specky, but not able to get his hands on that. And it'll be off hands and go close to the boundary.
It's going to be a ball up.
Kafkin, and it'll be thrown back into play on that outer wing.
No, it's a ball up, just short of the boundary
ball
line.
Up, is it?
Yeah, very close to the boundary line, Dan, so it could be out of bounds any second. Both ruckmen missed that. Now it will go out of bounds, I believe. It's very close to the boundary line. They're asking for on the full. It was being touched. So this time we will have a throw in. Just forward of centre wing.
Sean Connell's about to leave Lau, so he's just saying goodbye to you.
Oh, yeah, he's probably had enough to eat. That's the reason he's going. The food's run out.
He's going beautifully. COO of the AFL South East. Boundary throw in. Tossed back into play. Loose ball. No one's able to get a clean possession, and it'll be thrown up once again. Just stoppage after stoppage after stoppage. 29-15. No score for either team in the first 12 minutes or so of this quarter.
Boys a go.
On the Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard. Quick kick comes out of the pack for Rye. There's a whistle. The kick came from Tom Hughes, the blondie, and I think Devon will get the free kick. At centre half back. 30 metres out from the goal they're defending. At the beach end. The kick is not great, but it might come off all right. To Batten on the left. He swings it towards centre half forward. Mark was dropped by head, and then he loses control of it inside defensive 50. Got it to a teammate who ducked his head and will get a free kick at half back, and that'll be Louis Barber. Louis Barber delivers wide, finds a target. Player was brought down after he'd taken the mark, and that is Peter Hampton, and it's 50 metres. But I reckon the crowd told the umpire it's 50 metres against Joel Hillis, who's very, very unlucky.
Well, I'm sure the umpire heard the crowd there.
Peter Hampton, long way from goal. He was a lot further out before. It's almost a big mark in the goal square to Rye. It's been paid. So the 50-metre penalty will result in a shot on goal here.
That was a good mark in the pack. Considering the conditions today, haven't been too many good marks taken at all.
And the mark is taken by by Garner, who's already kicked one. He's kicked 4 for the season, kicked 3 last week in their big win over Tyab. Garner on the left, oh, he's missed it. After the 50-metre penalty, the driving ball inside 50. 4-6-30 to 2-3-15. First score of the third quarter, taken 13 and a half minutes. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard.
Yeah, good mark taken there by Garner. An opportunity there to breeze his blowing that way. Didn't allow for it at all. And unfortunately for him, he could have been in contention for both goal and marker today. But we'll have to wait.
Haven't we gone from sublime to the ridiculous with the weather?
Oh,
Leo, but should we be used to it? Of course we should.
Because we're in Australia and Victoria, the long kick straight down the centre of the ground. Who can take the mark in? Nobody can. They try and push the ball forward. Devon, quick kick out of the pack. And this man standing all alone at centre half back doing a good job too. Strickland.
Yeah, he's been great.
A good play at centre half back. I think they replaced him because Hedge was down there on his own before. Made a couple of blues. So whether Strickland's gone there or not, right below us there in the right pavilion, playing a bit of cat and mouse is Hampton. What's he going to do with it? Go very, very short. Wants to go the old 1-2. Got it back now. Hurried kick. Picked up there by McConnell of Devon. Was that far enough? The umpire said yes, it is. And the mark taken about 50 metres out is Rory Hillis. Not sure how big a kick he can be. Looks like he's got umpire called play on. I went over the mark there, I thought, and standing all alone there once again.
The defence has been good, hasn't it?
It has indeed. Oop, taking off there, slipping at the inappropriate time. Farish umpire says it's all right. And he's just about 10 metres out from the Devon goal.
Does it make sense? I've got medium-sized tools. He's one, Strickland's another.
Medium-sized tools.
Kick towards the wing. It's an oxymoron, isn't it? Or just behind the wing. Footy comes out again to Hughes. He's had a bit of it this quarter for Rye. Kicks down the line, 2-on-1 against Rye on this occasion. Now Devon will get a hurry kick, and the kick comes out.
No.
It's not a bad kick by Pasquale, but the mark was nearly taken by his teammate at half forward as the papers fly everywhere. And the umpire says, no, I'll throw it up.
We can't do that. This is all the more important. There we go. We'll stick it all back together again. And we are back in the land of
Lee
living.
Craig nearly took it. Neil Sun, the coach. Tapped down, inside 50. And no one can get hold of the footy. Yes. Champion player in the sample.
Yep.
Very good coach as well.
Yep. Work with him at Adelaide Crows, where I also work tomorrow. Taking on the mighty Kangaroos.
What are you doing there?
I've been with Adelaide since they started in 91. I'll tell you about that later.
I'd like to hear about that. Three-quarter time would be wonderful. Yeah. So they're your team now?
No, I still follow the mighty Kangaroos and work for the Adelaide Crows when they're in Melbourne town. We've got a small crew. They've been with Adelaide for quite a while. It's about
recruiting?
No, I work inside the hub, the inner sanctum. It's all quite good fun.
Wow.
Here we go now. A little ball comes out the back of the pack. Just keeps you involved with the AFL a little bit rather than every week because I love local footy more. 30 metres out from the Devon goal. Kicking to the township end. It's 30 leads 15. Rye in front. Jeff Vignall forward. A scoreboard. Up she goes once again. McGowan dominating in the ruck contest there for Rye, but needs to get a few more clear tap outs. On the ball, everyone's on top of each other. No option there for the umpire, but to throw it up once again. We've been going about 16 and a half, quarter number 3. Delayed because of the injury to Brody Shaw, who we believe is okay, gone to hospital.
I'll have to clear it with the boss, but I've come up with an interview topic considering we're on the eve of the AFL out of reach season.
Okay, we'll have to work that out. There's a big snap out of the pack, and who has kicked that? We'll keep the glasses on.
That's a great goal.
It is too, and I believe it. I reckon it's
Rory Hillis.
It is.
Yep.
Rory Hillis, the semi-bald man. What a great goal.
Against the trend too.
It was, and that's when you're sort of going to get them, aren't they? Just against the trend. I've got coffee all over my sheet. That's all good. Better give that score. The 3-3-21 now. Devon 4-6-30. Rye. Jeff Wignall scoreboard. And we've been going 17 minutes, quarter number 3.
First goal since the first quarter. When Kiss on my list, a very famous Hall & Oates song. Justin Kiss kicked a couple for the Devon Meadows side. He went to a fancy dress party wearing nothing.
Oh, lovely.
For the Bombers many years ago. Handball comes out to Joel Hillis. They've got a little bit happening for them now, Devon Meadows. High kick inside 50 by Barassi. No mark taken. They're under the pump. Chance for a shot at goal. Coming through again and just missing. He threw it on the boot. It was a darn good effort. And it hit the base of the post. And on that occasion, it was from Thorpe. Just standing down he was as he received it, threw it on the boot, knew he was under pressure, and did miss going through for 2 in a row by much on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. 8-point lead. Turnover, and Fletcher's got the mark at right half forward.
Just making a few mistakes there right at the moment. Just panicking a little bit perhaps.
4-6-30.
Hope you didn't hear that.
To 3-4-22.
And Fletcher, about 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. Not a bad spot to have a go from here, I believe. The breeze is going to be bringing it in.
The right crowd having a go at Joel Hillis. He may have the last laugh yet. Let's see what happens with Fletcher. 55 out. He goes for the big kick. It's a beautiful kick, but just misses to the left-hand side.
It did.
For behind. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. 3-5-23 to 4-6-30. They've got great prices and branches at Hastings, Frankston and Mornington.
Long kick goes right the outside the ground. I think the boundary line's going to be the winner there. In fact, it's gone out the full. I think it picked up a gust of breeze.
Big kick by Richards, but it just carried too far.
Want to centre the ball, Devon. They do that right in the hot spot. Just a bit.
There's our mark of the day.
Oh, and who's that man? It's
he who laughs last laughs loudest, Leo Groenewegen.
Who reckons they can't play, but Joel Hillis has just said, watch me.
Come spit on you when you lose, you faggot.
Oh, what a great mark. Hope you've got that on your screen, Nick, and I'm sure you have. So Joel Hillis, 20 metres out. Kick the goal, son. Top it off. I think he has. I wait for the goal umpire. He says it's all clear. And Joel Hillis, goal. And all of a sudden, Devon looking very, very good indeed. Go to 4-5-29. They're only a point adrift. 4-6-30 a ride. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. And by Josh, they have just had a bit of a purple patch here. And it's been going, nearly 20 minutes into this quarter. What a great mark.
And Neil Cray, that was clever coaching. He's going to take Hillis off. Changed his mind, and you cannot keep him out of the game. That's why he's a star in this competition. What a mark that was. Definitely our mark of the day. Frankie mark of the day. Out of the centre. Goes Devon again. Inside 50. Hillis lays a tackle. Might nearly be holding the ball there under the pump now, Rye. Some urgency within their play, and urgency within Devon's play. And it's marked again by Rory Hillis at right half forward. A quick kick out of the pack as Rye weren't able to go forward. Devon's pressure great. Goes short. For a foot pass again. Beautiful. Finds a target. Right half forward. And the Panthers can be in front on the quest of three-quarter time.
It's all happening in the space of about 5 minutes, Dan.
Well, they absorbed so much pressure down the other end. Rye got a 50-metre penalty, missed the shot at goal, and then Devon were able to reset. Shot at goal for the Panthers to hit the front. 52 metres out. The kick is across the face. Trying to take a screamer was Liam Drew. He was a mile away from that. Should have nearly given away a free kick, and you're right, I think it was Baumgartner. Scores are level though, 4-6-30 apiece on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard branches in Hastings, Frankston and Mornington.
21 minutes gone. Right, just waiting for the throw on the blows. Another mark's been taken on the outer side. This time it's Aaron Johns once again from Belgrave, who come across here to Devon. Goes to the full forward area, all overrunning the football. Coming through a pack. Is that a bit high? The umpire says it is. On the ball. Oh. I suppose he tried to break through the pack.
Look at the rain.
Tumbling down once again.
Rain. It's that Jim Maxwell missling driving rain, if that makes any sense, Leo, coming across the ground, the great Jim Maxwell.
Yes.
An old colleague of mine at the AVC many moons ago.
Oh, there we go. Lovely.
So free kick to Rowson, who's been hard in and under for Rise. Kick holds up in the breeze. They'll come home with it. Scores level. Picked up by Johns again. High kick. Up and down on the mine shaft. Fletcher knocks it down for Devon again. Trying to burst through. They pump it towards the pocket and it'll go out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Richards was there. Escorting it over the line. Liam Drew there for the Panthers. Richards for Rye. Boundary throw in the forward pocket. The social club room's end. They've kicked all their goals down at this end. Devon scores a level. They were 14 down at half time.
That's deliberate. That's out in the full.
Well, that is deliberate. McGowan has punched it right over the line.
Well, it's gone out in the full, so people don't often realise that if the ruckman hit it over the boundary line on the full, it isn't out on the full free kick.
It's going to be.
It is.
Yeah, definitely going to be.
Looks like John's with it.
Yep. Aaron Johns to take it. Hard on the boundary. Not much daylight between the posts.
Look at that range of sweeping across the ground.
This would definitely be one of the goals of the day, thanks to Frankie Meady if he kicked it. 52 metres out. It's a good kick to the square. Has it got the carry? I think it's got the carry. The defender's on the line for Rye. Have they tapped it through? I'm not sure. I reckon by the reaction of the goal umpire, this will be a goal, Leo.
I reckon they're going to come to you for a score review, Dan. They might just do one of these to you.
Well, they can't do it. No, it's touched on the line. Touched on the line on anticlimax. Rye behind though for the first time in a while. 4-7-31. Devon coming close to three-quarter time to 4-6-30. Richards back into play, Leo.
Well, I think if in doubt it goes to the minor score, but I think it might have been touched. It looked like it was touched in front of the line. We need a score review. Nick might be able to tell us exactly that. And it's going very close to the boundary line. What's Nick shaking? He's shrugging his shoulders.
Rory Hills couldn't keep it in either.
No, 31 leads 30. Devon had a good quarter so far. They have kicked 2 goals, 4-1 behind in quarter number 3. Can they hang on in the last? They're going to come home with a tied Rye. And the wind really is howling across the ground at the moment. Desperate defensive work by the D's. And they just want that siren to blow. It's dropped about 28 degrees as well. Up goes the ball, drifting in the air at the moment. No, neither ruckman could get that as the wind just shifted it out the outer side of the ground. It's just ping-ponging around at the moment. About 15 metres out from Devon's goal. Everybody's down one end of the ground. Big long kick out of danger there by Rye. Here's an opportunity, but there's no Ryans there. Switching the play. Devon come through the centre of the ground. A good mark's been taken there. They can play on it if they like through Batten. Getting close to three-quarter time. He's right in the centre of the ground, being told to play on. Comes to the member's side of the ground. Skids off the ground, just beats everybody, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw in.
The kick was there, but just didn't have enough on it.
25 gone, just about. So very, very close to three-quarter time. Last opportunity. I can't see Rye getting a score. There's no one south of centre.
All the scoring will occur, you'd think, down at this end of the last quarter again. Rye down by a point. Boundary throw, and McGowan takes it out of the ruck, gets the kick smothered. Still inside, attacking 50. Pushing and shoving, no one can get a clean possession. Quick kick by Ryder, half back. Devon a chance tackle again. Wonderful tackle by Hughes. Hughes has had a good quarter for Rye.
He's got a fan squad too, by the sound of it.
Yeah, he sure does. As Kalani Ryan got a quick kick out of the pack. Hughes goes wide to the outer side now for the Demons. But the kick is no good, and an easy defensive mark taken by Devon Meadows.
Looked like Drew
at half back. No, it's Timothy Saunders. He gets the distance with the wind. Kicks it well inside 50. Loose ball again. Rye with numbers. Handball on the up. Who can take it? No one can. Trying to get the hand pass out and not able to. Was Strickland held up 35 from the goal. He's defending for Rye, and they're doing a lot of defending at the moment.
Interchange. You've got about 30 seconds to go. Can't see the reasoning for that. Never mind.
31-30. 1 point lead. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Devon have hit the front.
McGowan just slaps it forward towards the boundary line. He just wants to waste a bit of time. Good pick up there. Got the handball out just in time. The Baumgarten umpire says it's okay. Little handball came out by Rowson, and it's got very close to the boundary line. In fact, it's got out of bounds. Got their tails up here at the moment. The Panthers. Can they hang on the last? An extra player going down south as well. That looks like it's McConnell for
they've got Devon, a couple behind the ball Rye as well, haven't they?
There we go. The big crowd getting involved. Oh, tapping it the wrong way. You're in trouble. Goes left, goes right. Just gets out of there. Does a Barber on the centre wing. No one can take the mark. Oh, just going straight through the pack. Got to watch your head there. That looked like it was McIndoe. Showed no fear whatsoever. And the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. And it is McIndoe, last man to get up. So right in front of the big crowd here at the right. Umpire throws it up once again. Got beaten in the ruck that time, did McGowan. Umpire says it's all right to play on. Little handball came out very, very quickly there by Rowson. Close to the boundary line. Get the old 1-2. Rowson, just a small kick along the ground. Who wants to pick it up? Going in hard there for Devon. That looked like Batten. It was, and it's going to be another ball up. Can't be long till three-quarter time. Rain still tumbling down here.
Yeah, it's not heavy, but it's just...
Oh, it's wet.
Well, it is wet. It's just coming across, isn't it?
Oh, it's a fresh air
Rye
shot.
Should have nearly had a free kick given against him. Rowson receives a defensive hand pass. Gets the kick partially smothered. It's ricocheted. Ball still at half back in front of our commentary position. Rowson lays a tackle. Couple of players tackling for Rye. who just haven't been able to get the ball past half-back. Been outscored now, played the last 15 minutes of this quarter, and it'll be thrown up again. McGowan, open-handed slap, taps it down. Rowson puts the body on the line, thrown out of the contest by Baumgartner, and a hurry kick finds the boundary. That's not deliberate. Boundary throw-in on the wing in front of the Rye dugout, and they'd be a bit worried. They're down by a point, 4-7-31 to 4-6-30. 28 gone in the third quarter. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard, and the rain's as heavy as it's been since that first quarter where it was teeming down. Big fist down the front by Devon. Ball's on the wing. Quick kick out of the pack was very, very handy by Devon. Player's gone down, but he should be okay. He got upended as he threw his boot at it and made valuable meterage in these tough conditions. The ball's at half forward.
Maybe winded there, just slipping the old feet out and not very comfortable there. Umpire just says, hang on a second.
We've got to wait again. We've already had a player taken off on a stretcher, Brady Shaw, but he is okay. He suffered a head injury. He was prostrate on the ground for
a long time.
A long time. Prostrate on the ground for a long time, I should say, and it's a concern. And now a Devon player is in trouble as well. So 1 point the lead, 4-7-31 to 4-6-30. 28 minutes gone in the third quarter on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard.
Well, it's been a good quarter. 2 goals for this quarter to Devon so far. Dan to a solitary behind to Rye, but I think Rye still fancy the chances coming into the last quarter. And I think.
Do you think Devon will play 1 or 2 behind the ball? Don't you? In that last quarter,
I think they'd have to. They just about play everybody and just try and hang on and try and get a quick break. And is that Batten?
I think it's Lockie Batten coming off.
Coming off there?
Yep.
Or was walking off or being assisted off.
Yeah, he is being assisted off. He looks a bit groggy. So boundary throw-in, and the boundary umpire right in front of us here in the grandstand. The palatial suite here at Rye comes in about 7 or 8 metres. Good boundary throw-in. McGowan from behind fists it down. Trying to tap it out is Robbins. He falls over his opponent on all fours, close to the boundary. And it goes over the line, and McGowan and Baumgartner. McGowan sort of ran into an opponent, bit of pushing and shoving on the boundary, and they're getting fired up. The Rye supporters in the crowd. Are you safe, Leo?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel safe, but the players down there, they're coming from everywhere.
Always happens at 3/4 time when the siren blows, just when you don't want it to happen too, Dan. And I think McGowan just went through a little bit hard there.
Yeah, he did. He did. Look at this. Players they're spot fires. They're pushing each other off each other, if you know what I mean.
Well, I don't know if you have yellow cards in this league, do you? You might have 10 players sent off. It could have a 10-player game in a minute.
So,
well, tell you what, the lady umpire there, I don't know her name. I couldn't get the umpires as I came in, but doing a terrific job there.
Yeah, she
well done.
is.
Fantastic.
She's showing great authority. It is 3/4 time. Good fight back by Devon. They dominated the second half of the quarter. 4-7-31. They lead Rye, only kicked 1 behind in that quarter. They lead by 14 points at 3/4 time. They've lost a player in Brady Shaw. 4-6-30. They'll come home with the breeze to the scoreboard end or the social club rooms end in the final quarter. That's the score in the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Branches at Mornington, Hastings and Frankston. Kisses kicked 2 goals for Devon Meadows, but their second half of that quarter was great, led by the brilliant Joel Hillis. We'll take a break, be back with the last quarter shortly. Get your GameFace on.
Do you want your business to grow and be recognised within community sport? Would you like to expand your business reach and branding across metropolitan Melbourne and the Mornington Peninsula? With an average reach of 50,000 people weekly across our social media accounts, an average of 100,000 monthly impressions on our digital record app, GameFace can help promote and feature your business across all of our channels. Keep in the loop with existing customers and reach out with new ones via our social media content. Here, we can place your branding on graphic design content, action photography, player interviews, even witness your branding appearing on live stream broadcasts. We can also create and curate advertisements for your business to host on your social media channels as well as ours. You can be featured in EDM newsletters, have space featured on our record app, on website, and much, much more. Our packaging tiers are affordable enough to help your business experience the GameFace touch. So get in contact with us to see how we can help you. Get your GameFace on.
Hi everyone, it's Tim from Growth Syndicates Australia and we're financial transformation specialists. Our clients are eliminating their mortgage in a much shorter period of time, creating more wealth and boosting their super. This is all done without impacting their lifestyle. Sounds amazing? Well, let me explain a little bit about the GSA Advantage. With clients all around Australia and a head office located in Elsternwick, our team of very experienced professionals enable unique and exclusive property investment opportunities through wholesale investing for clients to achieve specific outcomes. Our current projects are located in Brighton, Malvern East, Kew, Glen Iris and Mont Albert North. Everyone's busy and that's a fact. But did you know for every day you have a mortgage and underperforming investments or superannuation, you're missing out on $350 every day. It all starts with a friendly phone discussion to then arrange a meeting to provide you with a clear picture on what GSA achieves for our clients, and with no charge or obligation, see where these results can apply to you. So check us out at growthsyndicatesaustralia.com. Give us a call on 1300 205 556. I'd love to have a catch-up coffee with you at your place or our office. See where GSA can improve your financial position.
Well, we certainly know footy's back. It is freezing. We're in the grandstand here at Rywood. It is so cold. They had a match at Ballarat today, and I dare say the AFL thought, well, we'll hold a fixture in April because the weather will be nice. And when they saw the Easter weekend last weekend, they thought it'll still be nice next weekend. But, of course, it was 12 degrees there today because this is Melbourne, as we've mentioned a few times, Leo Grana weekend, and the weather does change quickly. Now, big last quarter coming up here. Devon Meadows outscored Rye with the breeze. 2 goals to none on the Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard. 4-7-31 to 4-6-30. Take it away.
Up she goes last quarter. Can Rye get the very quick goal in this last quarter? They certainly need it. Devon, well, they're going to try to defend it very, very hardly indeed. Nice little handball came out from Baumgarten. They've got the hold of the footy. Centre wing, member side the ground. Quick kick around the pack by Saunders. Goes right near the boundary line once again. They'd be quite happy to play negative football, I think. Just watching out in the ground, and they really haven't played. They've got one player running free at the back here, and that's about it. And all the rest is just going to go with the setup as it is. Rain still tumbling down quite heavily here at Rye. Big throw in by the boundary umpire. Knocking it down there. This time in the ruck, it is Curtis for Rye. On centre wing, kick it off the ground. They try to do so, but they have a fresh air shot. Little handball comes out, or it's just a bit of a shovel. Umpire says it's okay, just get the ball moving if you can. It's going to go nowhere, so it's going to be a ball up centre wing. Member side of the ground. The last quarter, Rye, with the aid of the tide, the wind, the breeze, you name it, they've got it. Up she goes once again. Into the ruck they go. This time it was tapped out. And it was done quite well by Devon, but it's gone out of bounds for a throw in centre wing. And going into the ruck, that looks like Pascal for Devon. And we've also got in the ruck Curtis. I think they're going to hold McGowan back for a little bit, or they might put him in the goal square. I'm not sure what they're going to do with him. Big throw in there. Good tap out there. A little handball comes over the top. They got it out once more through Fletcher. Did Devon. Goes to centre half forward. Over the back of the pack they go. Now long. Opposite side of the ground go Rye. Probably nobody out there at all. There's a big paddock out there. Who can get there?
Oh, well
great
done,
dive there.
Oh.
Johns just dived on the ball. Got the ball back on the handball. Goes long to the outer side of the ground, and it's going to drift out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Rye.
Combined well with D'Agostino then. So Rye with the footy. And they just can't get the ball forward at the moment. I mean, it's good having McGowan down there, but he's got to get hold of it, doesn't he? They have it now close to the boundary on the outer side. Getting out the back is Hughes, who kicked 5 last week. Devon, though, outnumber Rye, close to the boundary. It's kept alive momentarily and then knocked over the line in desperation.
Geez, they only needed to get hold of the ball there because standing all alone in the goal square was McGowan. Just leaving him there.
These conditions very hard, Leo.
Oh, yeah.
Boundary throw.
No fun.
1 point lead to Devon. Early stages, final quarter. Thrown back into play. McGowan taps it down. Quick kick around the body, no good. And Devon have got the numbers and a good mark taken at half back there by Lee Craig.
Craig goes out back to the outer side of the ground, the defensive side here. It's been like that all evening. And it's a mark being paid out there to O'Toole. been quite good too. I think that's O'Toole.
It is O'Toole.
It is O'Toole. The blonde locks goes on the same side of the ground. Up the wing they go. They just want to keep the ball out of their forward line. They'd be quite happy to be a 0-0 draw in this last quarter. Devon, they've done quite well, but they've got to keep attacking as well. Big pack of players. Umpire's got no option here but to ball it up. Sometimes you get caught in defensive mode, Dan, and forget you've got to score as well, and it only takes one kick.
Do you think Rye are like that a bit at the moment, Leo?
Well, I think they're just going to have to score, don't they? So I think they've got to take a few risks, don't they? Just get the ball switched to play. Devon, they'll be quite happy to make it scrappy and untidy football, and they're doing that exactly at the moment, but it's going to be a long quarter. Umpire tells them to play on. Well, here they go now. Quick kick around the corner. That looked like Hill of Rye. And it's gone out at the 50-metre arc and it's gone out of bounds. Melbourne road side of the ground. It's going to be a throw in. 3.5 gone. Last quarter, 31 Devon, 30 Rye. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard.
D'Agostino's done a good job in defence too as a key defender for Devon. Boundary throw in at half forward, just outside attacking 54 Rye. Haven't kicked a goal since the second quarter. Big throw in, number of players milling around the contest. Ball comes out. Quick kick forward by Hill again, inside 50.
That's a mark. No.
1, 2, 3 chances, Kafkin. And now there's a snap at goal. That's nearly got the carry, but it goes through from behind. That was a very good effort.
I think it was Allen.
Snap at goal by Allen it was, and he didn't miss by too much. Scores a level on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard, 4-7-31 apiece. Big kick back into play by Devon, and O'Toole flew a long way and got a decent destroy from behind. Double fister over the line, right on attacking 50 for Rye, who are attacking the social club room or scoreboard end of the ground.
So throw in. Still near the forward 50 there for Rye. They just want even another behind will be okay. Snapped around the corner. Opportunity here for Rye. They try to keep it in play. Devon, what do they want to do with it at the moment? Handball comes out the back. Quick kick out of the pack too. Umpire lets him go, and it's gone out in the full. The resulting free kick going to go to way. Rye. And that looks like out there. Is that Hill? I think it is Hill.
It is Hill, yeah. One of their star players.
So Hill. He wants to put it on about that left goal post and it'll come drifting back on the tide on the left leg. Good high, good long, good straight,
what a
good
kick.
goal.
Twice a start.
And Matty Hill puts through an absolute beauty of a goal.
One of the goals of the day, thanks to Game Changer.
It's a beautiful goal, that. So, and a very important one as well. Matty Hill, he's first. Couldn't kick it at a better time.
Probably need another one now, and then you think they could, although there's still a lot of the quarter left, only 6 minutes gone on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard, Leo. You think then they could probably get a player behind the ball. Oh, g'day, Matty Whelan. Matty Whelan having a chat to me here from the Delicon Park Cricket Club. Ball's in the middle of the ground, one of the stars of that team in the district competition, Leo, in the MPCA. It'll be thrown up again.
Will indeed. So
in the middle of the ground.
Got a free play behind the ball to Rye. Can't believe they have, but they have indeed. There's a whistle on play.
Fletcher was roving the footy, and a player brought down in Baumgartner on the wing, one of the hard nuts of this Devon Meadows side.
Could have let go there. Could have been an advantage.
He kicks it wide and he finds a target, and it's a successful target. And the mark taken out there at half forward by Hallier. Hallier drives it long, inside 50, looking for someone to mark. No one can. Strickland tried to. It's cleared out of defence now towards the wing. Good contest on the outer side. Handball comes out. Now they've got run. Rye driving it around the outer side. A high kick close to the boundary. Hughes underneath it. Can't take the mark. And it's sliding over the line. It'll be thrown back into play. He's got into the game, Tom Hughes, in the second half.
He has indeed, and a lot of interchange players now are on the wrong side of the ground, so it takes a while to get an interchange player on. If they're smart, they can almost hover in the middle.
Yeah, they
can.
This
Rye bloke here should stop. He does now. Stop in that centre. You can be on the switch if you do happen to get a hold of it. Sometimes you've got to cheat a little bit to get away with it. And umpire just lets him play on it. It's on the outside of the ground. It has been thrown in. Someone's got to take a risk somewhere. At this stage, it's got to be Devon who's got to take that chance. Otherwise, Rye will just go away with this game, I believe. So, pro up.
Lead by a goal.
That's a big margin in today's game contest as it's been. Little kick off the ground. Umpire says got rid of it okay. Little handball should come out. Oh, goes to the wrong player. Been turned over. Nice little handball and play on there by Devon. Can they pick it up? Oh, that's a good tackle. Umpire says it's all right.
That's
could
a
have
free
been a
kick.
trip, and now it is a free kick.
In the back.
Bit of a push.
Well, there was later, and he was the last player on the bottom of the pack, if that makes any sense. And then a couple of ripe guys have just gone stack on the mill, and now he's having trouble getting up. I mean, as I say, this female umpire today has done a brilliant job. They've all done a great job, but I think on that occasion she might have missed that.
Yeah, it could have been a bit blindsided, but just got squashed.
She's been really good, though.
Yeah, got squashed there, and you get a couple of 100 kilos on top of you. It can't do you too much good. And getting up very slowly. We'll try and find out who his Devon player is in a sec. Oh, it looks like it's Fletcher.
Yeah, it is.
It is Fletcher, and he's a tough nut, so it must have...
Was Mick Nolan there when you were there? He didn't ever fall on you, the big fella?
No, he wore number 22. It was Jeff Bryant who wore 22 when I played.
Right.
Jeff was the guy who used to take me to the footy. I can let you know that the Mighty Kangaroos, we won the Past Players Association's Premiership Lawn Bowls tournament just recently at Altona.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's a good effort, isn't it?
It's the only premiership we're going to win this year, I think, Dan.
It's going to be a tough old year for you. Of course, David Noble from the Yarra Rangers.
Upway.
Yeah, from the Upway Footy Club.
And also Adelaide. So no,
Yarra Valley Mountain Rangers Footy Club, and did a great job doing a couple of flags there and getting his start. So Fletcher's coming off, shaken and stirred. We remember the baton went off earlier in the quarter. Haven't seen him come back on. So it'll be thrown up on the wing on the outer side. It's a 1-goal lead. There'll be another break, another long quarter. Game should have probably finished, but we had that long break at half time. Yeah, with Brody Shaw getting a bad injury.
So rotations could come into it too, Dan, now that you're one down over there at Devon as well. So,
yeah, that won't be easy as they try and charge through. And again, Rye hold them up. A lot of tackling in the middle of the ground. Rouston involved.
Yeah, this is where you want these. I call them chalk wedges, Dan. They're the ones that stand up in conditions like this. Those 6-foot little blokes who weigh about 95 kgs. Yeah. They're the ones that can run through this. They love this.
Yeah.
Blokes like Johns for Devon, he needs to get right in the middle of it, and I can see him out there as well.
Although the ground's in pretty good nick,
the ground's brilliant. Oh, the grounds these days are just absolutely enormous. The umpire's just letting them go. It's right in that centre circle. Gone are the days you played in slop, even in the AFL. Grounds today absolutely superb. So we're going to get another ball up. Let's see if we can get a free kick out of this. Usually after about 3, the free kick comes pretty quickly. Up she goes once again. Umpire lets him go this time. Took it out of ruck. Incorrect disposal. The umpire says it's all right. Goes back here to McGowan. Left foot kick. Very quick. Nice little spoil. And Devon got hold of the footy. Here they go. Member side of the ground. They've got a player out on his own. Can he take the mark? He can. Should go. Does that too. That is Boland with it. Goes very short into the forward 50. Goes close to the boundary line. And Rye defend it well and take it out of bounds.
That was really good attacking footy off half-back by Liam Berry. They know they've just got to go now. They're a goal down. Still plenty of time left. We've had another long break. In front of the Devon dugout. The boundary thrown wasn't great.
Tap.
And again, Rye over to clear. Get it to half forward. Close to the boundary, and Lee Craig tried to track it. He had a couple of opponents on his hammer and tack, but in the end he did pretty well to see it over the boundary. The young fella, the son of Neil, second or third year as coach.
Well, we had a Neil Craig coach at Adelaide as well.
You did?
Another namesake.
What was he like? Good?
Brilliant.
Boundary throwing. McGowan, big fist on that, knocks it to ground level. They'll try and push it forward again. Rye inside attacking 50. Now they have a chance. Handball comes out to Rowson. He might receive it again. Picked up on this occasion. A snap at goal. Towards full forward. Didn't quite have the carry on it. The kick came on that occasion from Dylan Allen. And a good mark last line of defence for Devon Meadows, who trail by a goal. We've played 11 minutes in the last quarter on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard as the kick back into play isn't a great one. It's turned over again.
It was kicked out there by Drew. Just come off the side of the boot, and unfortunately for him.
Yeah, Nathan Drew.
It's gone in straight into the hands of Head. And Head about 45 metres out. He's going to have to kick it about 50. Can do it. Bruce seems to have died a little bit.
Yeah, it has a bit. It was very strong in that third quarter when Devon were coming.
So Tyron Head.
This might make it hard, though, if he manages to kick this for Devon, who've been very gallant tonight.
Long kick. Comes off the boot, looking rather nice. I think it's made it. It's gone over the head of the pack. We've got the big crowd in front of us, but they've signalled it's a goal, and so does the goal umpire. And that is a very handy telling goal late in this second quarter, halfway through the second quarter. And Rye go to 6 goals, 7, 43. They lead Devon 4-7-31. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. What have we done? Nearly 13 minutes, quarter number 4. That's going to be 2 scoring shots now, Dan.
If you were coach, what would you do with Rye? Would you put a player behind?
No, I don't think they need
the ball, not yet.
You can play him up in the back of the centre square. That's about as far as they'll go, and just play horizontally across there and see how they go. They're attacking. They're going all right.
McGowan taps it down. It's in the middle of the ground in the sandpit. Rowson, who does well to Fossick the footy out again. Good tackling. Sees the ball jar free. Taken by Hillis. He gets the hand pass out. D'Agostino's kick is run down. Quick kick inside 50 by Rye, but again Devon's defence holding firm. They're down by 2 goals.
Kick out of the
they
back
look to run it out of defence.
Yeah, McConnell was that.
Yeah, it was McConnell. He kicks towards the half-back flank. And is there a mark? No mark taken. I thought that maybe Hughes could have held on to that mark, but it's not given. It's thrown up on the wing, or just attacking side of the wing for Rye. Big fist again. Quick kick close to the boundary by Liam Drew. I don't know whether it went far enough, but it's paid. And this is Rory Hillis. Hillis kicks down the line, misses the target. Could be a turnover. O'Toole goes in hard. Can't take it cleanly for the Panthers. Holds it up though, and there'll be another stoppage right on the wing on the outer side. 6-7-43 Rye, 4-7-31 Devon Meadows. 14 minutes in the final quarter on the Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard.
Well, centre wing, Melbourne Road side of the ground. Another tap out to Rye. They've been dominant in the ruck, but it's been cleared and picked up here by Drew of Devon. Puts it in the centre corridor. Could be dangerous for Devon if they can't get hold of the footy. The crowd
holding the ball. Got to be holding the ball.
Is that the 19th man coming into play, I think, Dan?
Oh, I think so.
Rye going to the forward 50. There's a free player, 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. Didn't hang on to it. The umpire says you've got to play on. Can they get out of here, Devon? They're under a lot of pressure. Kick it, son. They do. Right down the Melbourne Road side once again. Over the back of the pack it goes. Oh, O'Toole got hold of it, but someone got hold of him as well. Spills the ball free. Got back hold of the football, do Rye. Fumbled a bit there, McGowan, but it got out to a teammate. Can they pick it up? Little handball comes out. McGowan's got it over the top now once more. Long kick here. This is by Orion of Rye, and it's still going right near that 50-metre arc. They just can't get hold of it cleanly. Opportunity this time. Short kick. Bounces. Free play there by Devon. Oh, long handball. Goes to no one in particular. In fact, it's just bouncing around about 45 metres out. One ball. Nice little side step there. Opportunity there. Here we go. Oh, got out of there nicely. Was that Ross? I think it was. Batten it was, who's got it down for Devon Meadows. But there's no one up there. Too many Rye players. Here they come run the opportunity now. Here we go. O'Toole, we got all of it. Got tackled brilliantly. Umpire said no prior opportunity.
Oh, I think there was, wasn't there?
I think so, but what a great opportunity gone there. O'Toole just didn't have the legs to get out of the way quickly enough. But they're in the forward area now, Dan.
Great
opportunity.
Tackle, Farish. So thrown up again. They need a goal here, Devon, from this move forward. Rye under pressure. They squeeze a little kick outside defensive 50, but in the road. Taken by Liam Drew. Kicks Devon towards full forward. Almost a mark taken, not quite. Out of defence go Rye. They throw it on the boot and they kick to the boundary. The sidewards kick by Ben Dixon, and he finds the sanctuary of the boundary line, John Beckwith style. If that was AFL, it would have been deliberate, and it'll be thrown back into play. 25 metres around from the goal. Devon are attacking to the beach end here at Rye. They trail by 2 goals. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Nearly 15 gone in the final quarter. Boundary throw in. No one can get a clean advantage. Rye's defence holding firm here at the moment. And the umpire says, give it to me, boys.
So centre half forward, they need to get a goal here. Devon, they need to get it in a hurry. There's a lot of players around this footy. Umpire throws it up once again. A little bit of tagging going on behind the football as well. The umpire says play on. Everybody's shepherding. No one's going to pick up the football. Try to do so now. Going in there for Devon. Not being able to pick it up was Berry. And it's going to be a throw in. A lot of cars out there with their lights on. I believe they've got their engines and heaters going, I think, Dan. The lights just come on automatically. Can't blame them. It's about zip degrees at the moment.
Well, my air conditioner is broken down, but my heater still works in my car, so I'll be happy about that.
You'll be happy about that, going all the way back to Willie. The umpire just lets the play go on at the moment. No one wants to pick it up. I can't even see where the footy is at this stage.
Via Northcote for a good mate of mine, Jackson Nicholas Fry, plays cricket for Casey, South Melbourne, and also Hampton Park, and he knows exactly what I mean by that, Leo.
Okay, sounds like he's going to warm the place up for you. Up she goes once again. 50 metres out. Who can get away with this? Nobody's. A ball just goes along the ground. Nobody wants to pick it up. It's like a rugby ball at the moment. And there's a free kick being paid to Devon, I believe. And it could be, is that Johns out there? We'll wait and see, but definitely an opportunity here to kick a goal. Looks like Johns coming in. We'll call him Johns at the moment. We'll correct it in a minute. It's number 20.
It's Hillis.
Hillis, beg your pardon. And he has missed to the right-hand side. It was Rory Hillis who has kicked the goal, but unfortunately on that occasion he has missed. They've gone to 4-8-32 Devon, trailing Rye 6-7-43. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. We've been doing 18 and a half minutes, quarter number 4. And they need that opportunity to kick a goal. Almost to Mark Garner, but couldn't do so. Long kick into the forward pocket. Look at that ball go. Oh, it's gone through.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a goal. Capkin.
And he's just come off the bench, Capkin, too. What a kick that was. Not much Devon could do about that.
80 metres, I reckon.
Well, that is our game-changer goal of the day without any doubt.
Oh, I've had a few. I've had a few, but I know that's going to be hard to beat. 7-7-49. The crowd has started to sing the song already. 4-8-32 Devon, and that is at the 19-minute mark of the final quarter. What a goal. It took a bit of a skid off the deck, but she went about 80 metres.
Yeah. It's interesting, they made about 5 or 6 interchange rotations, and Capkin was one of them, and he just charged and bolted to half forward, got in the right position. Lucks of fortune, 3 goals to none. The home team might prevail. All the scoring occurring at the scoreboard end as Rye try and extricate themselves again, but Devon curtail them with some good tackling, and there's another stoppage. 49 plays 32. What have Devon got left? They have not scored a goal at the beach end of the ground in this match. 2 goals in the first quarter, 2 goals in the third quarter. As going in again and trying to get hold of the footy was Barber, held up at half back, thrown up again in the middle of the ground. Going underneath it, Curtis for Rye. Loose ball, picked up by Hill, throws it on the boot, kicks to half forward, fisted away by Craig. Baumgartner at the drop, gets the hand pass out, delivered in short. And Devon Meadows have the footy, and at half back it's Saunders. Saunders kicks long, they got to go now. Ball drops at half back.
Oh, no.
Going to ground is Rory Hillis. He must get a free kick here. Or is it Johns? It might be Johns. The umpire says advantage.
Oh, what?
Taken by Batten. Batten plays
No,
on.
it's gotta come
kicks
back.
to an open goal. Everyone stopped.
It's got to come
no,
back.
No, will come back.
Yeah, I think there's too much of a gap between the advantage call and not being called. But
well, he ran forward to the play, Batten. We know he's a great finisher. He had a pretty quiet opening game. He had 6 possessions, according to Premier Data, and kicked 2 goals. One of them, he received a hand pass at centre half forward and finished it off. So, free kick goes to Rory Hillis. Hillis will kick to half forward. Oh. Nearly a mark on the second grab. I thought the player was interfered with when he, well, the opposition player didn't really have any intention of going near the footy. He got in front on, but the umpire let it go, and the kick goes close to the boundary.
Yeah, it's bounced on the roof of the coach's box.
Yeah, it does. Rolls right on the line, and then bounces on the roof of the coach's box, as Leo said. And there it is.
It's still on there. There we go.
We get a new
Game
one.
over. Oh, no, you got 2 footies here. You're lucky up here.
7-7-49 to 4-8-32. You've only got one up in the outer east.
I only get one a year. That's about it. Gets a bit rough towards the end, but taking it out the ruck, McGowan got it out there. Little handball, little throw, take your pick. The umpire says it's all right. Interesting kicking style out there. Goes close to the boundary. It's gone out once again. 21, nearly 22 minutes gone. 4-8-32 Devon, trail a Rye, 7-7-49. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Great game, close game. Umpire throws it in once again. Over the top they go. Big tap out there by McLeod over Devon Meadows. Can they get a goal before the final siren? It's gone out once again.
He's one that hasn't had much of an influence. He kicked 4 in the opening game.
Yeah, been quiet.
And he has not really been able to get into it, Hamish McLeod, today. Half forward for Devon. Maybe one last hurrah. We had, again, another injury break. 22 minutes gone, but they'll need to get going. Down by 17 points. Jeff Wignall forward scoreboard. Rye 49, Devon 32. Kick off the ground now. Rye looking to clear. outside the half-back flank, and the kick on this
Well,
occasion
there's no
comes
one there.
from Caelan Ryan. He absolutely booted it. The
Sprint.
foot race is on
that
around
was in
that outer
January.
side of the ground. Good tackling by Rye. They've got an appetite for the contest. And the Devon Meadows player, I wonder whether he had prior opportunity. I reckon he might have again.
Oh, good to
but the
call.
umpire let it go.
I think that's it. Could have won the right gift, that bloke. Ball up, centre wing, out of side the ground. McGowan got a bit of a fingernail to it. Umpire says it's all right, play it on. Nobody wants to pick it up. Little scoop out the back of the pack, looking for a teammate there in McConnell, but boundary line beats him. And it's gone out of bounds for yet another throw in centre wing. Melbourne Road side of the ground, just forward to centre. Pretty much in control of this game now. 23 gone. Last quarter. I don't think it's going to be as long as the other ones, Dan. I think there are less stoppages in this last quarter to open up a little bit. Also dried up a little bit. Good tackle laid by the big fella of Rye.
It's been a good crowd. It's been a success
great
story.
crowd.
Seen a lot of night footy over the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yep.
Mornington were playing a night match tonight, starting a bit later against Seaford. And we had a match that started about the same time, Crib Point and Pearcedale.
This has gone out in the full. It's touched off the boot.
After wins earlier today, thanks to the Frankston RSL, to Coringal opening their account this season, beating a disappointing Chelsea, and Hastings eventually got on top of a gallant Tide, who did play a lot better this week after being belted by Rye last week. But it looks like the Demons are going to be unbeaten after 2 rounds. Boundary throw-in, slips to the back, squeezing, kick to half forward, socket off the ground by Devon again, up and down to the one spot. Fisted down, front edge of the centre square. Hillis brought to ground, Rory Hillis, right in the sand there where the cricket pitch is. It's picked up by Rye again, kicked to half forward, almost a good mark taken. They keep control of it. This is excellent player, handball comes out. Defensive footy, and once again it's picked up by Barber. His kick goes 5 metres, Bevan in the road. They get a little kick over the top. Once again, though, the defence is very solid indeed by Rye. High kick, no one can take the mark. Ball's at ground level, Ralston got it out. Back again to Barber, quick kick to fall forward. Capkin looking to take the mark after kicking that incredible goal. He might receive it now, couldn't take it cleanly on this occasion as you got the hand pass from McIndoe. And now Devon will clear. Player dragged down from behind, and he's going to be...
The footy went there, the boot went 30 metres.
And it's taken by Rowson. If Rowson had taken the boot, it would have been a legitimate mark, but he took the mark and it would have about 5 metres. 50 plays 32, 3-goal lead on the Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard.
Another behind there, and away they go. Halfway home to 100. Today, I think that's a good score. So it's gone out of bounds. Little mark on the half-back flank. Devon can go back to centre wing on the outer side. Have they got enough time to get a score on the board? I don't think they have. Right, so just pummel it forward. Anywhere, it doesn't matter, as long as it keeps it on the forward line for them. Handball comes back from Devon. A bit of give and take at the moment. A little tap over the back of the head by Fletcher to himself. Then goes to ground. Opportunity now. Can they get out? Devon do. A long way on the outer side of the ground, but I don't think they've got any players up there. Rye with numbers behind the footy. And they can switch play if they want to really run it across the ground. Big lead being made out here on the outer side. That looks like it's Glenn. He's going to be ignored at the moment. They're just going to go straight down the line. Keep it close to that boundary line. The defensive side. Off the ground go Rye. Opportunity once more to put it inside that forward 50. They do that. Can they switch around? A little left foot kick over the back. Just past the teammate there. Look, that could be Kaplan. We've got the big crowd in front of us here.
I love him.
Well, it must have been him then. So we've been going just over 26 minutes. 50 leads a 32. Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard.
Boundary throw-in right beside the behind post. Rye deep into attack. Big fist to the front by Capkin. It's hard on the goal square. Has it been socket through? I think it has. It has. If they needed a sealer, the Demons get it. A 4-goal final quarter and the great score in radio. 8-8-56, brother. Devon 4-8-32, Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard.
And that was kicked by your number 7 in Zach Jennings.
Well, he's a small forward, has been okay at times tonight. He just took the opportunity with the ball just juddering around on that goal line to soccer it through and put it beyond doubt. So Rye going to be unbeaten after 2 rounds. Devon gallant tonight, but just haven't been able to score into the breeze.
No, exactly right. They got those 2 goals early in the piece, but they just couldn't go on with it. They're just too good there in the finish. Too many numbers at the football Rye. They just try very, very hard. They get it out once more. It looks like it's going to go right back into that forward 50. Good long kick. Almost a mark in the back. Umpire says neither. Play it on. The umpire says no, it's okay. Don't want a free kick up here in the score box. Hughes could have had it. It bounces all on its own. Down there in that forward pocket. Plenty of right players. Kicking it around the corner. Touched. Was that Garner? Might have been.
Yep.
It's getting pretty dark out in that outer flank, and they're just peppering the scoreboard now. 8-9-57. That's a good hind score there by Rye. 4-8-32. Devon, 27, nearly 28 minutes clocked off. And I think this game is done and dusted. A 4-goal, 1 quarter, the biggest quarter of the game so far, and it's gone Rye's way.
And it's kicked high again. Inside 50, Matty Hill received the hand pass. And he puts it out of bounds on the full in the forward pocket. But they're going to have a win.
No one at the other end of the ground.
No, everyone is...
Everyone's down.
Virtually the attacking side of the centre square, bar 2 players. Tap down, and Rory Hillis, I think, has been magnificent.
Been good.
Drives his team to the middle of the ground again. The defence good for Rye once more. They might win the battle at ground level.
Oh, well
Coming
done.
out and getting it. I've loved the game of Barber too. Barber kicks inside 50. Player camped underneath it, might get the last kick of the day. And if any more icing is needed on the cake, he can put it on the cake here.
Why wouldn't you have a shot? Take a bit of time off the clock.
For a big last quarter and a big win by 5 goals, which I'll take every day of the week. They lost Brady Shaw just before half-time with a bad head knock. Took a little while for the ambulance to get here. They got here as soon as they could, and they eventually removed him, and the game got underway again. Shot at goal is home. The goal kicked by Kalani Ryan. Didn't he kick that beautifully?
It's got an interesting style. Got a big punchy sort of kick.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he just bang. 9-9-63 to 4-8-32. 5 goal to none last quarter. Big win coming up for Rye. Thoroughly deserved on the Jeff Wignall Ford scoreboard. We've got to, of course, go through our mark of the day. Thanks to Frankie Media. Goal of the day for Game Changer. And we had a chat earlier, of course, to Anastasia from O'Brien Real Estate, who do a lot of good work in the mental health space. There's the siren. Big win to Rye. Rye are unbeaten after 2 rounds. The Demons got away. They lost the lead in the third quarter when Devon Meadows had a good back end of the third quarter with the breeze, but they found a way in the last quarter, played some good attacking footy, and were quite impressive in the back half of that turn. 9-8-62. In fact, 9-9-63, and they've defeated a pretty gallant Devon Meadows, 4-8-32 by 31 points to remain undefeated after 2 rounds, and they'd be very impressed with that. And Leo Groenewegen, not a bad game of footy. We had everything, a bit of sunshine, very, very cold, quite a bit of rain, number of players going off on stretchers, but a good game of footy.
Absolutely, and conditions the way they were too. It's very, very hard to play good systematic football. It's just a hard slog, really, isn't it? It used to be in mud, now it's on slippery, wet grounds, but I think both sides, they can be congratulated for really putting their bodies on the line. As you could see, there was a lot of clashes and a few stoppages due to that, but both sides, they're just congratulating each other, which is great to see as well. Good hard-fought game. Brilliant last quarter when you see Rye kicking 5 goals through to behind. That's going to win anything any day of the week. And they come home with a big, strong last quarter, and they'd be very, very happy winning their game. First time under lights here at Rye, so they'd be very impressed with that. Devon Meadows, well, it's hard to know what you can take out of a game like this, Dan. Did they play that bad, or was it just the conditions?
I thought they played all right.
They played all right. They just couldn't score.
No.
I know it's a stupid thing to say. It's like Greg Chappell saying, look, I'm batting well, I'll just keep getting out. But in the end, I think Devon Meadows, I think they've got a lot more to show. It's only 2 rounds in. They'll get a few more sides, I think, on the losing side. But all in all, good game, high-pressure game, and I thought Rye handled it quite well. And I thought this was going to happen in the last quarter. They just threw caution to the wind, got that ball moving forward, and got the rewards for it, and got some really good goals there in the last quarter, kicking 5 goals to 0, basically, in the last quarter.
Yeah, it was a good performance. Now we need to go through our awards. The Game Changer goal of the day?
Well, we had
it's got to be one. There's one goal. Capkin, he came off the bench. He received it on the outside. He just threw it on the boot, and it went bouncing home. Got to be the goal of the day.
If you want to watch it on the highlights, 18 minutes into the last quarter, that was Dan, and it was an absolute beauty. It went about 80 metres.
Yeah, it
Steph went bang off the ground.
It did, and the Devon guys were caught out, weren't they? They're up the ground.
Yeah,
also, but there's not much they can do about that.
Oh, they can't. Matty Hill also kicked a lovely goal. Also, Jolie Hillis at 19-minute mark in the third quarter. He kicked a lovely little goal out of the pack as well.
He did.
And I think it was Garner also, who spun around the pack at the far end, kicked a nice little goal as well. So some good goals kicked considering the conditions.
And talking of Joel Hillis, that's got to be mark of the day, doesn't it?
Wow,
Frankie Media, what a mark that was.
What a mark for the little fella. That was an absolute screamer in the conditions that it was. So no doubt about that being our mark of the afternoon. And of course that was always due to Frankie Media. So it's very hard to take good marks, isn't it?
And best on ground for the Frank Scenario. So I like Rowson's game, number 3 in and under for Rye. I thought he was fantastic.
He was good.
I thought Rory Hillis was very good for Devon Meadows. Joel Hillis was good again. I thought the defender Strickland across half back when Devon was coming played really well for Rye too. But you can pick it, Leo. You're the expert. I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, no, not I'm not the expert.
I'll throw you under the bus.
Yeah, thanks very much. I liked Aaron Johns' game for Devon as well. I thought he tried his hard out all day today and really looked good. Rory Hillis, like you mentioned, he's a real good player too. I thought the rucks were quite good. I was really impressed with the big fella from Ryan McGowan. I thought he was brilliant and dominant in the ruck and gave him first use to the footy. But look, it's a tough call. Having a look at a few of the players there, McGowan was good. Matthew Hill was good. McIndoe tried hard, butchered the ball a little bit. Who are we going to go with? I like Barber, I like Curtis, I liked a few of the blokes, but I still like...
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because no one really dominated, did they?
Everyone had flashes, you know. Everyone had little flashes there. I got a few little dots here and there. I like big blokes. I thought McGowan was quite good. I thought he really dominated a ruck, and I think that's where it started. So I might just go his way at the moment.
So Michael McGowan, best on ground, thanks to Frank Scenario. So we thank all our sponsors, Growth Syndicates Australia as well, for looking after our coverage of both the Langwarrin match today, which Langwarrin had a win over Somerville, and a double header. Thank you to Leo Gronewegan. Great to have you part of the team, Leo, and we look forward to having you throughout the rest of the season. And good luck to the Adelaide Crows tomorrow. And I will be trying to organise an interview with you because you've had a long journey in footy at local level and AFL, VFL level, and you've got a story to tell. So it'd be nice to chat on the eve of the Outer East season, of which you'll be an integral part of our team on GameFace.
We'll get our season going next week. I will be working for a Crows tomorrow, but I have a quiet little barrack for the mighty Kangaroos, so let's just hope they go all right.
What if the Kangaroos win and Adelaide don't? You just have to not smile.
No, I do smile. People, look, it's quite interesting. You talk about AFL footy, if we've just got a couple of minutes here, but they all still have their sides. It's like local footy who barrack for their sides. I remember when the Jarman boys were down at Adelaide, they still wanted to know how Hawthorn were going and how all these sides. Blighty wanted to know how North were going.
Really?
But on the day, you're playing for Rye, you're playing for Devon Meadows, you're playing for Adelaide, you're trying to win that particular game, and that's the way it is.
Of course it is. Exactly right. Well, I mean, I always thought if I got a job working in the media as a media manager of one of the footy clubs, it would have been, because I've gone for a few and haven't got any. I still would have been into the Bulldogs if it wasn't with the Bulldogs I was working for, but you'd have to keep it pretty quiet, I suppose. Anyway, good result. Look forward to seeing what happens tomorrow for the Adelaide and North teams, and thank you, Leo, for being involved. Well done to Nick. Thanks to Glenn. Thanks to everyone for their work today. Thanks to all our sponsors. 9-9-63 Rye. They've had a good one over Devon Meadows, 4-8-32. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Try and stay cool.
Warm.
Or try and stay warm, I should say. But be cool whenever you can and get your game face on.
Good on you. Good evening.